You want my love, baby, earn it. Yeah, dancing on my own. See if you can follow. Got me feeling alive. Watch me go, lose control. Is this real? All I feel. Break the signs. Every time it's real, real, real. I do what I want. 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 I want. Hear me now. I do what I want. Are you ready now? 'Cause it won't be easy. Only get what you work for. Gotta go all out. Whenever you see me, don't be wasting my time. Watch me go, lose control. Is this real? All I feel. Break the signs. Every time let's be real, be real, be real. I do what I want. 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 Hear me now. Watch me go, lose control. Is this real? All I feel. Break the signs. Every time let's be real, be real, be real. I do what I want. I do what I want.
Good morning. What's new, pussycat?
Hi, happy Friday. How the hell are you? Holy shit, is anybody else on the struggle bus? My God, it has been one thing after another this morning. I had a last minute wardrobe malfunction. Nice way to say I spilled tea all over myself. God dang it. It's going to take me an hour to clean my bathroom and my bedroom. It looks like a bomb went off. Even though I have a rack of clothes in my office that I've already gone through, and I know they fit, I like the way they look, blah, blah, blah. Well, and it's color coordinated. Actually, it's broken down into type first. So blouses, dresses, there's a few pairs of pants, couple skirts up there. And then I break it down even more. Short sleeve, long sleeved, mini, not so mini, color. It still is not. It might save me a little bit of time, but not enough. So I've been running around like a damn fool, trying to get my shit together. I got up late. Y'all, I tried to have a cup of coffee yesterday for the first time in about 6 weeks. Now, I have had two Starbucks since I gave coffee up when I got sick. And by gave it up, I mean the very thought of it just made me want to puke. I actually took my Keurig machine off my counter and put it away in one of the cabinets. But so I've had 2 Starbucks in the last maybe 2 weeks. my Starbucks of choice, of course, right after the venti white mocha with extra whip, which I think that's about 700 calories or so. It's a meal. But my other go-to when I don't feel like consuming a meal in the form of a drink is a venti skinny vanilla latte. Venti soy skinny vanilla latte. Wait for it. And this always confounds them. And then at the end I say hot. And then I say, with whipped cream, please. And they're like, the bitch wants soy milk with whipped cream. Yes, I do. And give it to me. And for God dang, it's almost $8. Holy shit. Starbucks is getting out of control. And I love it when they pass you the thing in the window. Oh, it's just going to ask you a question first and then go ahead and put your card in. It doesn't need to ask me the question. No. I'm sorry, I'm not tipping you. Half of you are fucking brain dead anyway. I swear to God. Starbucks corporate, y'all may want to start, I don't know, you might want to get a little more, quality control going on because, things should pretty much taste the same across the board, no matter, don't they go to barista school? I think they do. My God, you'd have to. And don't get it twisted. I'm here to tell you, I couldn't make a fraction of those drinks. Hell, I've been drinking coffee for 100 years and I still can't tell you the difference between a cappuccino and a latte. But I can go to the Starbucks down the street and then I can go to the one that's, maybe 2 miles away. And the two drinks, even though they're supposed to be the same, and it's not complicated, it's a fucking diet soy latte with whipped cream. They don't taste the same. Oh, well, first world problems. So how's everybody doing? I'm sorry, y'all. It's lovely in the rest of my house. It's a balmy 70 degrees, which, I wonder if my husband's going to be home before I'm done. You'll know because he'll walk in the house and he's going to say, Jesus, it's freezing in here. I don't think I told Mr. Crimes and Fashion that I was going live, because if I do, of course, he's very courteous and he'll come in. Quiet, we're hunting rabbits. All right, kids. So, the title may have clued you in as to what I'm going to talk about. And by the way, I have a screenshot of that title. I'm going to be reviewing Laura's multiple live streams over the past 3 days. Yes, I have 3 pulled up, and I think they are either, let's see, I've got 1, 2 from Kool-Aid. Oh, they're all from Kool-Aid. Okay, I had one from Clipper as well. But I think it is the same as the ones I've got pulled up from Kool-Aid. So, oh goodness, let me just see real quick because I know I was watching Clipper as well. There it is. Oh boy. Yeah. Betty, I'm going to get to that bitch tomorrow. Ma'am, not that I give a shit about you. I couldn't care less, but you might want to consider seeking professional intervention on many levels. No, I don't just mean, a stylist. No, I mean a lawyer, as well as a shrink. And I would take nothing less than a PhD. You are sounding more and more unhinged and delusional as the pages go by. Betty, you are what my mother always refers to as ate up with the dumbass. Yes, you are. Wow. I was listening to Burn Toast as I was getting ready to come in here. Oh boy. Wow, wow, wow. I barely know what to say anymore. But don't worry. I'll think of something. And yes, I have requested the filing, the latest filing. But in the meantime, I very much want to review Betty's. Oh, Crazy Nurse, let me look at my phone because I texted this to Crazy Nurse the other day, and I think I was there. I was someplace where I couldn't like jot something down, and I knew if I just typed it in a text message and sent it to her, I mean, obviously I'll have a little record of it. Well, why is my phone all of a sudden going crazy? I sent it to her. I said, don't ask. Because this is the title of the review I'm going to do of her. Backyard Betty, Ghetto Fabulous Ramblings from the Back Nine. Yes, I'm gonna review Betty's just that, her ramblings from the back nine of her ghetto fabulous backyard. God dang, bitch. Like, tarps? Really? Of course, I'm sure she'll say they're the neighbors. The half the fucking fence looks like it's falling down. There's tarps. It's like, wow. So let me get this straight. Your living conditions seem to reflect the contents of the blender of her brain. Oh God, explains a lot. Oh, there was one other thing I wanted to tell you guys, but I didn't write it down, so I can't remember. I can't remember shit. All right, so I've got these clips pulled up, and let me give you a little background. Not that there's much to. Pardon me, just one second. Let me look at. Okay, I wanted to check that date. All right, got that. Oh, there is one other thing I wanted to look at pertinent to this. Okay. All right, first, the title. Now, the title that I was going to use was Pride Goeth Before a Fall. You know, and that applies to many people on here at any given time. So I went to go make sure that I was spelling Goeth properly and that was the proper phrase. Even though I was, 99% sure that it was, but that's just me. I like to, unlike Betty, who seemingly goes out of her way to be a journalist who wants people to believe that she is illiterate. Not quite as illiterate as Sewer Garden of America, but pretty illiterate. I've said many times, Betty is the only person I've ever known that supposedly, I call bullshit, has I wouldn't believe she had a high school degree. Never mind a degree from a finance company. But be that as it may, she's the one person who, instead of wanting people to believe that she's an educated person, well, she wants people to believe that she is a illiterate person. Yeah, I don't know. So that, I'm just meticulous like that. So when I Googled it, I found that phrase that we've all used and heard a million times, pride goeth before a fall. That's not it. This, and what did this come from? Quora, Quora, and I think that's just one of those forums where people can ask questions, and then whatever brainiac that's on there and wants everybody to know how smart they are, they leave the answer. And there were several. Hold on. There were several people that all were putting the same thing. So I believe this is the title. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. And here was when someone said, what is that? Like, what does that mean? Here was the example that was used. Oh, and apparently it's a Bible, it's a biblical verse. Who knew? Let me see, because I don't need to read all this. Oh, well, of course, I did not. Sorry, I didn't get all the screenshot in, so it kind of it would be pointless for me to read it. So that is the actual phrase, the complete phrase of pride goeth before a fall. Okay, so here's a little bit of background on I do believe at several points in time, I said that, I was friends with Laura. Sometimes I would say friendly with, and friendly with was clearly the more appropriate of the two. So here's just a little tiny bit of and I hate to even call it history because there really is no history, but this is how I know Laura. And the very little bit of, I should have looked. The very little bit of time when we talk to each other off of YouTube. Now, she did not have my real number. She had my burner number. Okay. And honestly, the way it typically goes, and not like, oh, this is how I do things based on the corporate, the corporate minutes and the bylaws. No. But anybody I've ever communicated with off of YouTube, obviously they get my burner number first. And then after a period of time, I say, fuck it. Here's use this number from now on. All right. So back when Morbid came back to YouTube, and I'm talking, how long ago was this? When he and Glare were, I don't know that Morbid, I think he was exclusively doing live streams with the Glare. So when I say when he came back, I'm not talking about in the recent, last few months, because like many of us who find this place to be overwhelming, he steps away at times, and I've never really paid that much attention. I don't know how long he's typically gone, and then he'll come back. And he also has issues with, he's got some real dedicated haters and trolls. And I'm a Morbid fan. I've never made any secret of that. And Whoever doesn't like that, oh well, not my problem. So in the past, I had made a couple not dedicated reviews of Laura. I never did that. But there were times when, and I did not know her at all, except from, just the shit I saw on YouTube. I will say that I could not stand the sound of her voice. I hated her accent. It made me crazy. And yeah, that's just me being fucking petty. People cannot help the way they talk. But I just found her to be miserable. Like I was of the opinion that, like, do you ever have a good day? To this day, I maintain I have never heard her laugh ever. Now, that doesn't mean she doesn't or she hasn't. I'm just saying I've never heard it. So there came a point in time when Morbid came back, and it was either that day or the next. Someone was, playing her, and I heard her repeatedly refer to him or allude to the fact that, he could be a PDF file. And the grooming allegation about something that happened in a live stream, I think it's been years now. And I know that she knows she's been around a lot longer than me. So back when I was still doing videos, I did a video. And, this is when I was still, I think, fairly naive about how. And listen, I think everybody knows I don't have a problem dragging somebody for filth. I do it to Betty all the time. And I like to say, I don't sit in this chair and drag a nice person. I don't do that. Of course, nice, that's all relative. One person's nice is the next person's Satan. So, but I think most people would agree that the way I do things is not like a lot of other people do them. I don't get up here and scream and yell and, just say every filthy thing that I can think of to you. I don't do that, because no matter who I'm talking about, well, that reflects more on me than it does on the person I'm speaking about. And I don't want to present myself that way. That's not how I do things. That might have been how I did things when I was in my 20s. But that's not how I do things anymore. So I make this video in the morning, and for whatever reason, I thought, you know what? I really want to know. Like, I truly wanted to ask her. Oh God, I forgot to say hi to everybody. Hi, you guys. Since I'm already rolling, I'm just going to keep going, and I apologize, and I promise I will say hi before this is before it's all said and done. I'm going to try and say hello to everybody personally. Okay. Where was I? Okay, yeah. So I truly wanted to know. I'm like, I want to ask her why. Oh, my bracelet just broke. Damn it. Temu piece of shit. I wanted to know why do you feel so, how do you throw that word around so freely and very cavalier? Like, it's no big deal. And I'm pretty sure we can all admit that if anyone said such a thing about us, we'd fucking come unglued. So I thought to myself, you know what? Just ask her if she would be amenable to some questions I have. So that's what I did. And I just said, "Hey, if you're open to it, I'm going to go live at whatever time and I'd love to talk to you. And I will be respectful. I'm not going to be I'm not going to like start going off on you." And to my surprise, she like almost instantly, and back then I was great about checking the comments. Uh and I saw that she had almost immediately said, "I'll be there." And I was like, "Oh, well, okay." And then I'm like, "Oh shit, what else are you gonna ask her?" Because I truly, I was surprised that she took me up on it. I didn't expect her to. So I went live and she was there. And she was one of the first ones when I, saw the chat. And I said, "Just give me a minute and I'll put the link down." And I think she was on the panel. It was a good 2 hours. And I thought it was really productive. Let's see, when I asked her, it kind of, as these things tend to do, it kind of, I'm not going to say went off the rails, because when I say it was productive, I say that because there were a few people who got to, you know, tell her how some of the things that she had said about them, why they were pissed. And, ask, "Why did you say this? Why did you do that?" But as far as, the original purpose, me asking her why, like, he's not in jail. My understanding is it has been reported to death by numerous people to numerous agencies. Well, he's still here. So that indicates to me that there's no there. And I find it, I mean, you want to talk about defamation? That's defamation. I, if you pay attention, you will notice that even when I'm telling Betty that, "Bitch, you sound unhinged," and anything else I might say about my opinions on what appears to be some of her, myriad of, I don't know, what could be described as psychiatric issues. See how I say those things? Um, I choose my words very carefully because, unlike Betty, I actually have things. I'm not a busted up broke bitch. So, when you have things, well, maybe just 10, at least for me, like I said, I choose my words carefully. And basically where it went was, "Well, do you know who this, RDA, I think, some other people who I, come to find out are his, super obsessed trolls. Call them whatever you want." Um and then that kind of led into, okay, well, so I never really did get an answer to that. And I don't know that I really thought I was going to, but I really did. I thought it was productive. And there was quite a few people in the chat. It kind of was split. It was, like there were only two camps. There were Laura subs and what's the word? Her, some of her very dedicated people. And, then there were a lot of the people that I typically had in my chat, many of whom can't stand her, couldn't stand her, have history with her, etc. But overall, I remember B Tim came up And because I was asking her, I'm like, okay, well, what about what you said about B. Tim? And as I'm sitting here now, I don't remember the exact wording, but she had some similar type, if not exactly the same, thoughts about him that she'd thrown out there. He came up, and they had a civilized, short discussion. And I think she did apologize to him, if memory serves me correctly. And let's see. Jones, I don't think Joneson came. I don't remember if Joneson actually came on the panel or not, but she was in the chat. And that was at the time when, not too much before that, Laura had said filthy things about, Joneson's dad and what she thought maybe the relationship. It just foul. Like, I'll say a lot of shit, but that's someplace I will never go. Period. End of story. Because it's just that serious, and it's that damaging. It can be that damaging to someone. So I want to say Savage came up. So there you have it. It was a lot of people said, and hey, listen, there were plenty of people like, I can't believe you let that bitch come up, blah, blah, blah. She'd been lying about the same shit for years, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't know all that history, but I very much appreciated that everybody felt the way they felt. And I didn't try and take that away from anybody. I was just what I thought ended up happening was being able to show that it is very much possible for people who don't necessarily care for each other, maybe have beef with each other. It is possible to, act like adults. It doesn't mean you're walking out of there, holding hands, braiding each other's hair, but all this, fuck you fucking da, da, da. I just thought it was productive. And at some point during that live stream, she talked about her kids and some of the things that they had been through, CPS shit, which just it blew my mind. I just cannot believe that people do this. And she was talking about, I've raised 3 great kids, blah blah blah. And I said, I'm sure your kids are lovely. And it was made very plain in the chat. No one is to speak on her children or anyone else's children, but she wanted to show me a picture of her kids. And she said something about, oh, I can't share my screen. Something about back chat. And I just said, Laura, I just really would rather you not. I know that she's made her children a part of her channel. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but I know that all her people, they know her kids. They know their comings and goings, their milestones. I know that she used to every Christmas open presents with her kids. I guess it was on a live, or maybe she did a video. I don't know. Doesn't matter. The point is, she obviously very decidedly has made her kids the subject of conversation, I guess. I have never even uttered my adult son's name on this platform, and I never will. My real life, the threshold of my office door is where my YouTube, I hate to say life because I'm not even around that much anymore. My YouTube presence, it doesn't cross the threshold of my door. I do not, I've never said my husband's name. You're never going to see my husband. You're never going to hear my husband. Same goes for the rest of my family. That's just my choice. And, you know, Laura made a different choice. So be it. But after the show, and it was every bit of 2 hours, and I think closer to maybe 3. So at the end, I thanked her and ended the show. Pretty soon after I ended the live, I don't know if I think she emailed me, I believe. And she emailed me a picture of her kids and said, "These are my beautiful kids." And even if she had not emailed me first, and I think that's the way it went down. It doesn't matter. I absolutely had planned on just reaching out and saying, "Thank you very much. I appreciate you coming on, blah, blah, blah." And after that, we just kind of would periodically email. And at some point, she said to me, "Here's my number," because I think I had either asked her a question or she had asked me one. And there was a big delay in getting the answer because obviously it's email. I am abysmal at checking my emails. I don't know how good she is, but she said to me at some point, she emailed me her phone number and said, "Here's my number. And this is my real number. It's not a burner." Not that I would have cared. And she said, "It's just so much easier and faster." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I don't know if at that point I gave her my burner number, or if it was a little further down the line. And I decided I saw a different side of her than I had ever seen on YouTube. And I decided, you know what? I've heard all the things. And listen, there were people who were, I think I lost a few people because they were, irritated that I wasn't nasty to her, or that, they seemed, "Well, you're just believing her bullshit, and that this is what she does, da 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 da." And I already had my feelings about her, okay? And it wasn't all based on, "Oh, I can't stand her voice." But that was something petty. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to find out for myself who she is. I am not going to let other people's negative opinions and experiences with her cause me to not, just be open to seeing who is she really. Because I have to tell you, in the beginning, the back and forths, she was very pleasant. There was, she wasn't talking about other people to me. And I certainly wasn't with her. So fast forward. And honestly, I wish I could tell you, I cannot tell you how long it was between that time and when she was diagnosed with cancer. And I'm saying right now, right here, I absolutely 100% believe that she did. And well, I don't think she has. See, I hate to even say that because you just don't. She did have cancer. I do not question that. I know there are people that do. I'm not here to tell you what you should think, but no matter what I think about the things she has done, I absolutely believe she did have cancer. So fast forward to that. Well, if you've ever listened to me for more than, just a casual here and there, you have probably heard me talk about my best friend of 30 years who died of breast cancer. Myself and another girlfriend, we were her primary caretakers. She had no one else. And she died a god awful, miserable death that I would not wish on anyone. So I have a very soft spot for with any kind of cancer, man, woman, I don't care who it is. But, breast cancer particularly hits me in a different place. So when she was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I never questioned it. I'm sorry. I am a cynical bitch, okay? But I am still not, even though I know it happens all the time, I am not that cynical that I can even fathom someone faking cancer, even though I know for a fact it happens every day. I understand that. But I just that's the point when I just lose all faith in humanity. When I get to a point where when someone says they have cancer, I assume that they're scamming, and they don't. But like I said, I know it happens every day. So I felt really badly for her. I truly did. For any number of reasons. My heart really went out to her. And I know a lot of people don't think I have a heart, but I assure you I do. And it's probably bigger than, I'll just leave it there. I have a lot of empathy, and I tried just putting myself in her shoes. And I was like, my God, she doesn't have family that lives nearby. She's still got a child at home that she's responsible for getting, everywhere he needs to be. She's got to continue to work no matter what, no matter how shitty she feels, just all the things. I really felt so badly for her. And when I tell you that I reached out to her every step of the way through her journey, that I mean that. Anytime I would listen, it was rare for me to go in her chat because a lot of times she was streaming at night. I don't YouTube at night. Or I would come off alive, and then I got to get my shit done. It was rare that I was in her chat. She would come in my chat occasionally. But probably more than I went in hers, but it was very little. But I would listen to her. And a lot of times I would listen to her in the mornings, getting ready to go about my day, whatever that meant. And every time she would talk about, oh, I had this, cancer truly is a journey, and the treatment is a fucking marathon. It ain't a sprint. So anytime she would talk about whatever it was, anything having to do with her illness that was significant to her, I would reach out. And, unfortunately, I have this very up close and personal knowledge base with breast cancer, and not just one time, but when my girlfriend died, it was a reoccurrence. And by the time they found it, it was basically everywhere. But there are things that, and thank thank God above for it. There are things about going through cancer that you will never know until, God forbid, you're going through it or someone you love is going through it. So, and there were things that I, tried to just give her heads up on, or things that, were helpful to my girlfriend when she was dealing with XYZ, whether it was chemo or surgery, whatever. Um, so I think the last time. All right, so there's that. Now, let me tell you when I started backing off, and well, not that there was really anything to back off of, but I guess a better way to put it is when I started to believe a little more of the things that I had seen in the past and things people say about her. But I can assure you that I have come to those conclusions on my own. And I feel like she has shown me who she is, and I believe her. And it's all, as far as I'm concerned, this is a one and done. I am not going to be sitting up here making videos about Laura. I don't. Why? But this is something that obviously everybody's talked about. And, I thought about it for a day or two, and I was kind of like, you know what? It's also kind of an opportunity for me to get something off my chest. And so I'm going to take it. And there was I actually did have a little back and forth with myself, as to, should I give her a heads up? Should I text her and tell her, hey, I just want you to know I'm going to be putting my 2 cents into CPS gate. And at the end of the day, I decided, why? I don't know her that. I don't know her anything, and she don't know me anything. But here's 2 things that happened that have shown me, she showed me who she is. And I believe her, and I wish her well. And that's that. The first of those being, and I went back and looked at my phone the last time I had any communication with her. And it was sometime in May. So I want to say maybe middle of the month. And here we are almost in August. So we haven't had any communication in a few months. When here was the first thing that happened that I was just like, really? But it was one of those things where it didn't listen. We were not like BFFs. And it just didn't matter enough to me to reach out to her and say, this kind of irritated me. Just one that it was important to me because this isn't how I treat people, but it was not important enough to say, hey, this pissed me off. When Heels died, I got 2 text messages from her and I went and looked before I came in here at 1:45 in the morning. First of all, we're not friends like that. Okay. There are people that, for lack of a better word, there are people in your life whether your real life or your YouTube life, I guess. But there are people who have standing to be calling you at fucking 1:45 in the morning. And she was not one of those people. And I sure as hell wasn't one of those people to her. I would never in a million years text her at 1:45 in the morning for any fucking reason. But it wasn't even that, because anybody who knows me outside of here and texts me, well, you know that my phone goes on do not disturb very early in the evening. I mean, I have exceptions, but I don't YouTube at night. That's when I'm like decompressing. I don't know. I'm trying to relax, not get embroiled in YouTube shit. So you call me at 1:45 in the morning, and these are the messages. The first one: OMG, heels passed tonight. So sad. The next one: soon thereafter, within minutes, QB going live now. Excuse me? So you think that it's appropriate for you to be the one? I mean, because for all she knew, she would be the first one telling me. So you thought it was cool to call me or text me, whatever, at 1:45 in the morning to tell me that someone who you knew I was friends with and had history with just died. And that's how you fucking tell me? I mean, talk about fucking callous. And it was one of those things where obviously I wasn't even thinking that night, because clearly there was much bigger things going on in my mind. But a couple days later, I just was like, I cannot fucking believe that she would, like, that's how you would you want somebody fucking telling you that one of your friends just died? Just heels passed. So sad. Wow. I didn't like, and you know what? I want to go down in the chat real quick, and would you just please put a 1 in the chat if you think that's fucking even remotely normal or in any way empathetic to someone? I mean, I just was like, that is one of the most fucking callous things. I would never do that to someone ever. And I truly was just like, I can't believe she thinks that she should be the one. Like, what made her think that I knew? I mean, clearly we know she doesn't watch Queen Bee, but except for, every fucking day when she watches Queen Bee, that she's not watching, but clearly she was watching, as a lot of people were. I'm not taking that away from her, but no, you didn't see me. In fact, at some point in the live, Queen Bee said, I have called Lisa, I have texted her. She didn't answer, and the same thing would be Tim. So to even take the chance that all I can do is say if it was me, and if the situations are reversed, I would never, ever, if for no other reason, if the shoe was on the other foot, the heel, pardon the pun, I could never, I would be sitting there saying to myself, oh my God, I'm not the one to tell her this. And I have no business taking the chance that I could be the one telling her. So there was that. And you want to hear the best part? At no point, even after I did that live, which was, that was one of the harder things I've ever done, to basically come on a live stream and eulogize a friend. And listen, I know me and Heels, we had parted ways at some time. I don't take away anybody who's got, feelings about all of it, Bloggate, etc. But, and I know Laura was not friends with her and obviously didn't think much of her, and that's fine. But how about me? Do you know at no point did she ever reach out to me and say, I just want you to know I'm sorry about Heels? Never. That's who she is. So that was the first thing. And I heard it loud and clear. Hey, Anissa, how are you? And I'm just happened to glance over and see Anissa just walked in. Y'all know I like to say hi to everybody individually. I'm so sorry I didn't. Okay, so that was the first thing. And like I said, it was nothing where I was going to reach out to her. We weren't friends that way. This is not like, oh, we were BFFs but yeah, I filed it up here. Okay. Noted. Yes, thank you. And then what put the icing on the cake and made me say, when I was absent from YouTube for a month, I had people kind enough to reach out to me via email, some of whom I did not even recognize their names. Checking. Hi, I haven't seen you in a while. Is everything okay? When I finally was able to make a community post saying, I'm alive, thank you all so much for, well wishes, kind words, thoughts, etc. Same thing. Lots of comments that I didn't even know the usernames. Obviously, the people in the bushes. That's okay. I'll take it. But not a fucking word. And please, don't anybody misunderstand me. She doesn't owe me a fucking thing. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying me and her, we're not the same. And I don't need time. Our time is really valuable and precious. And the people, I've never been, see, Laura seems to me, the way she strikes me is she's transactional. And I think people that she associates with probably serve some type of purpose or benefit to her. And I don't collect people, not on here, not in my real life. I have no interest in wasting time with someone who doesn't seem to, I don't know, value other people the way I do. And that's okay. Please, I want to make sure this is really plain. She does not owe me anything. But had I not been, and listen, when she was diagnosed with cancer, I was appalled that people were, and I told her, I cannot understand how people can be so cruel. Like, you just found out you have cancer. I can't believe these people can't give you a break. And that really was how I felt. So when I tell you that I just couldn't believe, as good as supportive, that's the best word, supported. Mr. Crimes and Fashion just walked in the door. Honey, you want me to shut my door? Okay. Had I not been so supportive of her, like, it probably would not have made that kind of impression on me, because it would have been like, hey, we're just, it's weird because I'm making it sound like it meant more to me than it did. But she just showed me who she is. I bent over backwards, went out of my way, and truth be told, I'm sure that there were, in fact, I know there was a couple who kind of pulled away from me and were like, well, no, because she's friends with that one. So yes, Clancy, exactly. It's not, I just couldn't believe that. And please, this is not to, I don't want to make it sound like, she should have been over there. Well, it's been 1 day, it's been 2 days, it's been 3 days, it's been 4 days, it's been a week, it's been 2 weeks, it's been 3 weeks, it's been a fucking month. Like, at some point, you were not like, you never, even after I did a community post, and I still wasn't back for at least 10 days. At no point did she ever even fucking inquire. Hey, girl, like, y'all right? I haven't seen you around in a while. So that's it. That's all. That showed me who she is. And that's fine. She can be who she is. So this is why when I said, I thought about reaching out to her and saying, hey, I'm just giving you a heads up, I'm going to do this. And then I thought, fuck that. I don't owe her anything. Not a damn thing. So, extra spicy thinker. I was looking at that avatar. I'm like, damn, that looks like independent thinker. How are you? Hey, everybody. I see some new names. Thanks for coming by. All right. Let's play this. Sorry, y'all. I know that was kind of a long preamble, an hour to be exact, but sorry, that's just me. I like to try and, hey, Revival. Hey, Johnson, how you doing? All right. So here we go. And listen, I'm not this. I wasn't even sure I was going to talk about this, but everybody else has, and I'm like, fuck it, why not? And listen, it's outrageous. It's public service announcement. This is how you apologize. Okay, everybody, get ready. Put your listening ears on. It's really it can only be 2 words. Very simple. I'm sorry. Full stop. Shut the fuck up. When you put but anything like that, you just negated what you just did. Then it's just an excuse. All right, so we're going to listen to the first one. The very first I guess when this all came out. All right. Can y'all see the screen? All righty. Because you know I'm kind of known for that. All right, here we go. Laura. Whoops. Okay. Y'all, and I'm going to stay over in the other window because you know, I'm going to be pausing it probably more often than I should. So I'll try and pop back over periodically. So I'm not ignoring the comments. I just can't see them.
And now there's nothing that anyone has on me. There's no secrets. It's out in the relief this is because it's finally off my mind. And now
I'm calling bullshit. Yo, so you've been sitting around for 2 or 3 or 4 years, whatever it was, because you don't know, so why would I? You've been sitting around fretting over this. Okay.
Oh, there's nothing that anyone has on me. There's no secrets.
Okay. If you say so.
It's out in the open, and here we go. So 2 years ago, it could have even been 3 years ago. So
do you know what all this reminded me of? I swear to God, first thing I thought from this one until the last one. Kimberly Cheadle comes to mind. And for anyone not familiar with that name, well, that was the former head of the Secret Service who absolutely emphatically swore she's keeping her job. Well, she was probably unemployed within about 3.5 minutes of the end of her non-testimony on Capitol Hill. Yeah, that is what this reminded me of. Much like Kimberly Cheadle, who thought that by saying, the buck stops with me, I take responsibility for this. That's what Laura, in her apologies, that's the first thing I thought. She thinks that by saying, it was wrong, I apologize, I take responsibility for it, that's an apology.
2 years ago, or 3 years ago, I was...
Well, wouldn't you know, if you've been sitting around, fretting over this, that this is the only dirt that anybody has on you, and, it could come out at any time. Well, why don't you know when it was? I mean, that alone is insulting to MM, and minimizing. Oh, I don't know when it was.
Fucking had it with someone. And I was livid, and I was pissed off, and I did something I shouldn't have done. And I own that. And a few people knew about it. And was it a mistake? Yeah, it was a mistake. But
I gotta say, I am shocked beyond belief, especially in this fucking septic tank of YouTube, this neighborhood. I am shocked that even one person could hold this dirt on someone else for this long. So that is shocking.
I'm not her, and I'm not one of these fucking shady assholes that have to...
Wow. Now, there we go. She's 36 seconds into her apology. But I'm not her, and I'm not one of these shady assholes. Oh, okay. Well, 36 seconds in, and we've already set the tone for the apology. Okay.
Sit up here and lie until I'm blue in the face? Yeah, I fucking did it.
I'm sure
plain
you
and
don't
simple.
ever lie.
And I apologize for it.
It sounds really sincere, which is, my guess would be, this is the reason she had to come back and the following day, and yeah, we're going to listen to that one next, and do more damage control, because that's all this is. This was just trying to mitigate whatever blowback she thought was going to come her way.
But you wouldn't shut the fuck up about me. I didn't know how to make you shut the fuck up.
Why does she have to shut the fuck up about you? I mean, I don't get it. I understand completely that it's got to be, it's aggravating. It would piss anybody off. But the bottom line is, and listen, I've listened to plenty of Makeup Mobster streams. I go in there a lot when I listen more than I'm actually in the chat, because when I get ready in the morning, she's always live. And, well, not always, but typically she's live. And she goes live early in the morning. So... oh, God.
And you still, even after knowing, you still don't shut the fuck up about me.
And honestly, I've never heard her say anything that rises to the level of this. And I know there's history from the past. I don't know about all of that. I know there's a lot of bad blood here.
So what did I do? I turned you off for 2.5 years. I now turn you off, so I don't have to listen to your shit every motherfucking day.
Wow. Hey, that may be true. Just like you turn Queen Bee off and other people that piss you off. But if you really don't want to know about it, I would suggest, because you're no different than all the rest of us. You've got people that send you clips and screenshots, whether you ask for them or not. But, if I were you, I would say, don't send me any of that shit. I don't care. Because clearly you're watching it and you do care.
Hey, but if I remember correctly, your husband 4 years ago told you to shut the fuck up about people, but you don't listen. You just continue every motherfucking day and then wonder, why would someone do something to me? Well, maybe
she's not doing anything. While I completely understand that it's aggravating, but she's not doing anything that all the rest of us aren't doing. I mean, I don't understand why you and Betty and people who feel like this, why you feel like you can force people to stop exercising their rights to freedom of speech. I don't get it.
Maybe you should try shutting the fuck up.
Why don't you try not watching, taking a break? I don't know. I mean, it would be really nice if all life's problems were as simple as just whoop, log off.
But you don't want to. So again, 2 or 3 years ago, whenever it was, I want to say it was 3 years ago. It had to be 2020.
Minimizing. That's all she's
2020?
doing. She's just minimizing it.
Yeah, I think it was 2020.
Irrelevant. I can't even remember.
I'll have to look. No, it's 2021. Yeah, 2021. So 3 years ago. Hey, Yarn. I have no idea, Yarn. So, yeah, it was 2021. And again, I'm not some shady bitch who's going to sit here and fucking deny it or act like I'm denying it. No, the truth is.
Haven't you denied it to, well, I don't know. I was going to say, haven't you denied it to her for 3 years? But I don't know that she has. So
yes, I sure did.
That.
No, I never said she was drunk driving with a kid. I never said that. That wasn't me.
Well, what did you say? Because that kind of stands out to me. Oh no, I didn't say that. But at no point, not that I've heard, at least not here. You don't come out and say, this is what I said. Damn it. Sorry.
I said stuff about her. But no, I never said she was drunk driving.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm confused.
So.
Wait. You called CPS to say stuff about her. So what did you say? And why? So this was just a strong arm tactic? Because last I checked, CPS does not play referee to YouTube disputes. So, I mean, obviously it was meant to scare her into silence, right? Because telling her to shut the fuck up every day wasn't working. I mean, you've said many times how skilled you are at law. So, you did your own divorce. So why not go that route? I don't get it. Why? I mean, I would think that would be an option before the scorched earth nuclear option of CPS.
It was shady. I'm the first to admit it.
It was fucking vile. Sorry, shady? No. Shady is getting a little dig in about somebody's hair or their clothes or no, this was fucking vile.
Not going to sit here and deny something that I did because I did do it. 3 years ago, yeah.
Well, I think that is probably due to the fact, like, what happened all of a sudden in 3 years. Your conscience was keeping you up at night. What? I mean, you knew that it was coming out. That's it. That's all. You were just trying to get in front of it and mitigate some of the damage.
I called CPS on her because I couldn't get her to shut the fuck up.
Well, what were they going to do to get her to shut the fuck up? Take custody of her child? What? Like, I don't get it. What? I'm confused.
I knew that if her husband was involved, he would make her shut the fuck up.
Well, wait a minute. Didn't you say that 4 years prior, her husband had told her to shut the fuck up, basically stop talking about people? And that didn't work. So why? I knew if her husband was involved, he would make her shut the. Okay. Her husband via CPS investigation?
But it hasn't stopped her, has it? 3 fucking years later, she still talks about me every motherfucking day. So going back to my original thought.
I will say that I myself have wondered, why does she talk about her all the time? Because, I mean, at some point, it's just, I mean, each of us, we are who we are. We do what we do. I mean, we're pretty much do the same shit day in, day out. So, but this has enlightened me a little.
My original explanation, I could sit here like everyone else and make excuses for what I did 3 years ago.
Hold on, because that part's coming up.
I'm not going to make excuses for it. I'm going to tell you straight up. Yes, I did it. Yes, I called on her. Oh, I don't even remember, cats. It's been a long fucking time. But I never said anything about drunk driving.
For anybody who perhaps didn't hear it yesterday, I was listening to QB's live from, I don't know if it was a day or so ago. At any rate, towards the end, Rowena, who is a nurse, I believe she said 27 years she'd been a nurse, something like that. She said twice in her career she had to call CPS. I think she said one was 15 years ago and the other was 12 years ago. And she said she remembered every detail. So it's interesting that you can't remember anything. I guess that's maybe the difference when you call in a professional capacity as opposed to a spiteful one. That could be.
That I didn't do. It was in the heat of a moment. Yarn. It was in the heat of a moment.
I know everybody has flogged this horse to death. It was not in the heat of a moment. You went and purchased a burner phone. And by the way, can somebody tell me why the hell Kroger has their own branded burner phone? Oh my God, I about died when I heard that. I was like, what? What in the hell? I think Amscott should get into burner phone. Honestly, I would expect Amscott to have a branded Amscott, if I all of a sudden see a branded burner phone, I'm coming after you for royalties because that was my idea. Yeah, that's just weird. How could you even say? How could you say this was heat of the moment? And do you know what my old ass just keeps thinking of every time I hear her say heat of the moment? There used to be a TV show I loved back in the oh God. I think it was it in the 80s? Might have been in the early 90s. In the Heat of the Night, Archie Bunker played a police chief. It was actually a good show for back in the day. That's what I think every time she says that.
I was extremely aggravated. Mm-hmm. I was extremely upset. Mm-hmm. And it happened in the heat of the moment. I was trying to get her to shut the fuck up about me. This went back 3 years ago.
Did you, I heard say something the other day. She said, in response to that, she said, despite the fact that you do have her phone number, you at no point in time ever, and I've never heard you assert that you have that you've never reached out to her and just tried to have a one-on-one. I mean, even a text message to like maybe start the dialogue. So you didn't try everything.
3 years ago. That's what you think, Tara. That's okay. You don't have to give me a chance, Tara. Bye-bye. I'll see you to the door myself.
How many people are on your block list, Laura? It's funny because like I don't handle people that way. I mean, it's got to be really fucking egregious.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And again, if people want to unsubscribe, unmember because of something I did 3 years ago, you go right ahead. I'm okay with it. I really am okay with it. Again, cats, it was in the heat of the moment. I was pissed off. And nobody knows how they feel until you're in the situation. And I stand by that. Nobody knows.
I will give her that, and that's true for, I mean, isn't that just kind of life? I mean, that holds true for real life as well as YouTube. So I will give her that.
How fucking frustrating it is for somebody to come after you every fucking day. And for somebody to talk about you every fucking day.
The only thing I've ever heard her do, and like I said, I've been in many of those live streams. The only thing I ever hear her do is what all the rest of us do: review your own words. And honestly, Laura, hand to God, I have heard her offer you constructive criticism on your candles, your website. I'm not saying she's never said this, but I'm just saying I don't ever remember her ever saying anything like, Laura's candles are fucking garbage and nobody should buy them. Listen, I do understand it when you have a business, or whether you have a business or not, whatever your profession is. If someone, Laura's not somebody who likes criticism. So, I think y'all have been embroiled in this for so long that you just make everything bigger than it really is.
Now, again, I've learned over the years to just fucking ignore her and not acknowledge her.
Like you ignore Queen Bee? I mean, it's almost comical because you are constantly saying, well, I don't watch, but then you can rattle off everything that happened in the previous, whenever the last live stream was.
But 3 years ago, when it all started, I didn't know what else to do. I truly did not know what else to do. So,
well, that's not the answer.
I was at my wit's end.
That is not the answer.
And I was also encouraged by others to do it. I wasn't.
Oh my God. Like now we're getting into, I mean, and she's got kids. Anybody who's got kids knows we are now veering into the adolescent. I've been caught doing something I shouldn't have done, or the teacher, sent a note home or called about, whatever you were doing in class. And when you start, talking to your kid, this is what you get. Well, I wasn't the only one doing it. I mean, Johnny was doing it and they told me to do it. I mean, that's what this is reminiscent of.
Doing it alone.
Wow. Well, then they're assholes too.
And again, I'm going to stress this. I don't give a fuck if you.
Oh my God.
You hate me for it. If you unsub me for it, walk a day in my shoes and then tell me what you're going to do. Walk a day in my shoes and then say what you're going to do. Again, as a matter of fact, I'm just going to close chat so I don't have to listen. So I don't have to watch it. But let me.
Wow. Whoops, sorry.
Just again. If you want to unsub me from something I did 3 years ago, you know how to do that. If you want to leave Patreon, unfriend me, I'm perfectly okay with it. I am glad that I found the fucking snake in this and the person that gave her the text, because the 5 seconds that I did watch of MM, I saw who I wrote that text to.
More adolescent behavior. Now it's their fault. And listen, I have no idea. I don't know who she's talking about. I don't know what prompted it. We've all heard, but you did it. And like I said, I am shocked beyond belief that anybody could keep a secret around this place. What's that old expression? You can, if there's one or more, 2 people can keep a secret if one of them is dead. Something like that.
So this fucking snake ass bitch can remove her text all day long and unsend her text, but I know exactly who I wrote that to. Nice try, bitch. Fucking snake.
Damn. Whoops. Sorry, I didn't mean to pause.
But yeah, that was the only thing I've ever done. That was the worst thing I've ever done. And again, it was 3 years ago.
Are you fucking kidding me right now? That's the only thing you've ever done. And listen, I haven't been around nearly as long as her, but to sit here and say that's the only thing I've ever done, more adolescent. Like, are you 12 right now? Have you reverted into a middle school girl? That's the only thing I've ever done. Laura, come on. I've heard you talk about things you've done. That is not the only thing you've ever done.
Hold my feet to the fire from 3 years ago, be my guest. But I can guarantee you I'm one of the few people that would even fucking admit what I did. Because MM over there, when she got busted in Molly.
You had no choice. You didn't have a choice. I mean, I guess you did. I guess you could have just said, well, those aren't my that's not me. I wasn't. Come on.
He's Patreon. She denied, even with proof. Half these motherfuckers.
Apples and elephants. I've heard that talked about multiple times by you. I've heard her address it. Come on. And is she the only one who's ever done that? As a matter of fact, you know what that brings to mind? One day, it was the first parody me and JP did. I was Dr. Crimes and Fashion. She was Betty. I was giving her clearance, psychiatric clearance to go on tour with Trump to be a front row Joe. And we had an absolute shit show in the chat. And that was thanks to at least one that I know of. That it was thanks to a few different people. And the strangest thing, Laura reached out, and I didn't look at the chat the whole time because JP and I, when you're doing a parody like that, especially one that length of time, you can't watch the damn chat. We ad-lib all that. There's no script. So we had to pay a lot of attention to each other. And I don't look at the chat much in the best of times. I can't read it and talk at the same time. But it was a shit show, a big shit show. People were saying filthy stuff to Queen Bee. It all turned into like all the QB haters came in, and it was just a mess. And apropos of nothing, prompted by nothing, Laura texted me and said, I was not trolling in your chat under a troll account. That was not me. And I remember I said to her, it never crossed my mind that it was. That has always struck me as very odd. Like, why?
Fucking bitches, deny. No, I'll own my shit. I always will. Whether you like it or not, I'm still gonna fucking own it.
You may own it as far as taking responsibility for the deed, but you are rarely show any kind of true contrition or responsibility.
So again, when people walk a day in my shoes, then they can tell me what they would do when they're extremely fucking aggravated. It was a bad day. I was pissed off. I was fucking over this bitch.
Just public service announcement. Because this happens to all of us. I mean, y'all know I take frequent consecutive days out of this place. I mean, I've been on twice this week. Woohoo! This is a new kind of like a new normal, and that's okay. And honestly, I haven't been watching much. I will say, since this happened the other day, I have watched and or listened to more YouTube than I have in a month.
Talking about me every motherfucking day. And I was over it. So I did what I did. Did I regret it afterwards? Yeah, I kind of did. I was like, fuck, I shouldn't have done that. But by then it was too late.
Doubtful, but whatever. I'll take
what damage was done. What did I say to CPS? Yeah. I don't even fucking remember, but it wasn't.
No, you say the damage was done, but I don't know. Did you try picking the phone up and saying, hey, I just called an hour ago and I didn't make that call in good faith. I mean, because it is anonymous and you would have been on your burner phone. So, and I don't know that would have been enough to stop it. Probably not. But I noticed she didn't say that she did that.
About drunk driving. That I can promise. So
then
my end goal.
What would it have been? I mean, you remember all the things you didn't say, but you honestly can't remember what you said. And like, do you see why people have problems with your credibility on this issue?
Was to get her to shut the fuck up about me. Yeah, that's all I wanted. And I asked her repeatedly to shut the fuck up about me. She wouldn't do it. She kept coming at me.
She doesn't have to. I mean, I've never seen heard her say anything that is actionable, that you could make her, that would be, you call it stalking. All she does is review the content you put out. I mean, that's what this platform is for the most part.
Me and coming at me and coming at me and coming at me and coming at me and blaming me for shit that I didn't do and coming at me more and coming at me more. And I finally just had enough and I fucking snapped, plain and simple. And again, it's very easy to judge when it's not you. It's very easy to fucking judge someone when they're not coming after you. But again, walk a day in my shoes and most people couldn't fucking handle.
You know, here's the thing. I promise you, I only say a fraction of what I would love to say on here. I only type a fraction of what I would love to say in chats. And when you are someone who is, I guess I'll use the word controversial, because let's not act like you are a little snowflake who, I mean, just like all of us, we all talk about the content that everybody puts out. I mean, you don't mince words. Just like I'm reviewing you and I'm telling you what I actually think, but I'm not sitting up here going, you're a fucking asshole. Sit the fuck down. I'm not doing that. But that's how you behave. So you invite a lot of this because, I mean, just my opinion, you'd rather tell somebody to fuck off. You're a fucking asshole. Sit the fuck down. You don't know what the fuck. You're fucking stupid. I mean, you just assume do that than anything else. So Just like Betty's, Betty acts like a fucking asshole. She does. So you got to expect that people are going to have something to say about that. So, I told you once a long time ago, and I stand by it. You are one of the more aggressive people on here. And you're abrasive. And I'm not, hey, you do you. I'm not trying to tell you to change or be different. Not at all. I'm just saying, when you act like that, well, there's going to be a lot of people that want to tell you about yourself.
Handle it. They wouldn't be.
If you don't like that, then either don't listen to it, don't watch it, or I don't know. Maybe never mind.
But handle someone coming after them day after day after day after day after day. So again, you got a big problem with it. What I did 2-3 years ago, then I have a problem with it. I don't know what to tell you. So there's that.
I mean,
no, and okay, Donna, that one I will fucking answer. No, I never called on myself. That is fucking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
I don't know what she's talking about there.
That's the stupidest fucking thing I ever heard.
Oh, called CPS on herself?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about.
Yeah, let's not forget about that. I mean, this was done to her children. Like, how horrible this is. Why? I mean, no matter how mad you get at MM, at the end of the day, it's the child that suffers the most from it. And when I heard you say you didn't hurt her child, yeah, well, I beg to differ. You hurt the whole family. It's like, I guess you just thought, fuck them. Everybody else is collateral damage. I just need to get her to shut the fuck up. Stop fucking talking about me.
That. So
these comments are fucking
Adrian, that's why I'm ignoring most of them, because it's funny.
Not in this.
It truly is funny.
Screen I'm reading.
So again.
And look, Laura, I don't know what she typically has in her chat, but she's got 188 people in there after she just told everybody, seemingly unashamedly, yeah, fuck it, I called. I'll fucking own it. Like, it doesn't look like it's been bad for business.
Thank you, sweet one. Hey, East Coast. Yeah. So again, I'm not answerable to everybody. Like I don't half the fucking people in here have called CPS. So let's get on.
Half the people in your chat have called CPS. What the fuck? I don't get all this. Why that's. I tell you what, you got to be some kind of, words on the internet. I mean, to want to seek that type of retribution and revenge for words on the internet. I don't get it.
Off the high horse. Adrian is right. And again, nobody take a walk in my shoes.
Yeah,
did I do it 3 years ago? I sure did. And I own it. And if you don't like it, then unsub. I'm totally okay with it.
You're not owning it. You are, well, I don't know. I guess if you want to call owning, not denying the undeniable at this point, then yes, you're owning.
I'm not answerable to a bunch of fucking haters that I've never seen here. I'm not answerable.
And I am not a hater, by the way. Not at all. And like I said, this is a one and done. I'm done after this. I have no interest. I don't listen to you anymore. And I have nothing else to say after this, notwithstanding some other bombshell coming out, but
for what I did 3 fucking years ago, go to a bunch of strangers.
And
sorry.
She is correct.
Nor will I be.
She's not answerable or accountable to.
I don't know who the fuck you guys think you are. Like, for real. Oh, I don't even remember, Trish. Yeah, cupcakes. Yeah, I know exactly who the fuck you are.
Oh, wow.
Nice try, bitch.
Oh,
you've been blocked.
Blocked. That's 2. Okay. That one's done. Let's see. Which one is this? Oh, don't need that one. All right. I think the next one that I have. Well, we're going to listen to the one called The Anger Phase. We're going to listen to that. Yeah, I've got nothing. The next one I have pulled up is the BR. Yeah, I guess we'll listen to this. I had never heard this dude before. BR Guest. Woo, damn, he went straight gangster on her. I think after this, I think he went and did his own live, and woo, damn, he went straight gangster on her. And I do not condone doing what he said. I understand his frustration. Y'all, the bottom line for me is this. I haven't seen the thing yet that cancels anybody on here. Please refresh my memory if there's someone who's been, wait, there was Molly. But Molly that was a culmination of things. That wasn't just like a one and done. But other than Molly, and I think Molly got canceled because she cut her nose off to spite her face. They told her you're on a little break, and she was like, "Oh no, fuck that. I'm Molly, go lightly, bitches. Don't you know who I am?" And then she doxed that lady. So, but honestly, I cannot think of the thing that has canceled someone. And I'm not sitting here advocating for anybody to be canceled, because listen, if people, and I don't know how many subs Laura had. I don't know how many she has now. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. But let's think of all the times, and hey, the bottom line is this is good for business for her, I think. All right, here we go. I guess his name is Isaac. I have never heard this dude before this. And as calm and as rational as he talked to her, I was, when he fired up his own live, I was like, what? Damn, is that the same dude? All right. Oh God, 20 minutes. We might have to speed this up. How about if I put this on? Let's see if 1.5 is too much, because he's got kind of a low, slow cadence, and she always talks fast. So that might be a problem. All right. Tell me if y'all can handle this.
No, I had the same kind of CPS call
too,
as BR Guest had. Both of us had the same CPS call. The only difference was mine was during COVID.
Is it too much? Hey, Mac, how you doing? Purple Rain, Bright Light, Stargazer, Becca, Hazel Eyes, Hey Kathy B, Miss Brittany, Pink Stripes, and Risa, ZZ. How is everybody? Thanks for coming, hanging out, you guys. Cheyenne, how come y'all didn't want to come listen to my political stream? That was fun. I love yelling at fucking scuzzy politicians. All right, I'm just scrolling up really quick. Hey, Heartland honey, how are you? Hey, Zen, have we had any orbs? Hi, Texas girl, how are you? Hi, yep. Remy. Diamond Cutter. Oh my God, how are you? Damn, girl, I haven't seen you in an age. I hope you're well. Oh, okay. Kelly Golightly? Well, hey, Kelly Golightly. Are you any relation to Molly Golightly? Somehow I don't think so. Okay. I'm sorry if I missed anybody. I'm running. All right. Is 1.5 okay? No orbs yet. Okay. All right. I'm just going to let it rip at 1.5. I'll pop over here in a minute. Y'all tell me. Well, Crazy Nurse, please take the temperature of the chat and reach out to me on the bat phone if 1.5 is too fast.
And they didn't take her for a rape exam.
Oh my God. How I tell you what, that is the most horrifying thing. Oh my God. And so she said thank God her daughter didn't have to have that. But this guy, Isaac, that's it. I don't even, what happened to his daughter at 2? Let me tell you something. I'm going to echo something I heard the other day. I'd be on the news. I would be on the news. Yeah, I would. Yes, I would. Y'all would be talking about me. I would be the story.
That's the only difference. But it is apples and oranges. Be our guest. Don't act like you're fucking innocent. Give me a break. You're acting like you're holier than thou and you never did shady shit when people pissed you off. Stop.
I don't know any. Oh, damn it. I wanted to read his comment. I don't know anything about him.
Outrage. We all know the shit you've done. Stop. That's the kind of shit that I'm not going to deal with.
Has he done that?
I went after an adult too. The point is, don't act like you're so fucking innocent. Like you've never done shady shit that hurt kids or that hurt the parents.
An adult via a child. I mean, and as a mother yourself, that's horrible. I mean, children should be off limits, period, end of story, no matter what. And you know what? I say this every time some big thing happens, and I think it constantly. This is supposed to be a community, no matter how fucking dysfunctional this is. And yes, our community happens to be, if YouTube is the house or the subdivision, we are the septic tank. We are the drain field of the septic tank. Yeah, that's where we are. If a community doesn't kind of, I want to be careful how I say this because I am not advocating for anybody to be canceled. What I am advocating for is, how do you have a community when there's fucking zero standards? Okay. Clearly, it doesn't matter what anybody does. There's always going to be people who support it. So, and there's really no nice way to say when people do outrageous shit that could affect everyone, not collectively, but individually. Anybody who has a kid that's small and falls under the purview of CPS or whatever the case may be, whatever the outrageous thing is. If they're not ever made to feel uncomfortable, like, oh yeah, you're welcome here, there, everywhere after a day. Well, it's almost like there's no incentive to not do this crazy shit. I don't know. I mean, I've tried. What I've said is far oversimplified, and it probably cannot be done. And I'm not calling for anybody's cancellation, as far as kind of like how it was done. Like I heard somebody say, somebody was talking about, reaching out to Team YouTube about this, and I was thinking, no, that's, I don't know. I guess it's just up to each individual person, each channel holder to decide what, I guess that's all we can do. Everybody has to decide for themselves who is and is not welcome in their chat. That's all you can do, I guess.
Stop. If you hurt the parent, you hurt the child.
Exactly.
If you hurt someone that has children, then you hurt the child.
Mm-hmm.
Let's call a fucking spade a spade. If you go after an adult with children, then you hurt the child.
Yeah, so why did you do it?
I'll give you a link. Did you get the link?
And here's the thing. Here's what I don't get. We all have people who think we're shitbags and like to tell us about it. I don't know. I'm just not. I'm not that person that's. I mean, I try not to. I just try and laugh about it. And I find if you don't watch it, kind of like what you don't know won't hurt you. I mean, listen, I've told Crazy Nurse many times. I'm taking a break for a couple days. I don't send me anything unless it's a matter of, personal safety. Other than that, I don't fucking care. I don't care. I don't care enough about, like, when the anger takes you to this point, it's time to take a break. Because you cannot rationalize this. And I don't know that we need to play this whole thing, but I do remember.
Isaac, are you coming up or what?
That. Oh, shit. There were a few things I heard in here that made me want to.
I'm waiting.
Play this. Well, God, give him a fucking minute. I don't think she realizes sometimes, and I told Laura this, this was before I ever talked to her. And she comes off she's just aggressive. The way she speaks to people is aggressive. But, I have somebody in my family that is kind of the same. And it's rarely does that person realize how they're coming off. I don't know if she does or not, or if she cares. But I mean, I know she told me more than once, it's because I'm from New York. Well, that may be. But it can rub people.
I didn't own it.
Away.
Okay, Alex. Have a good day.
I don't know what Alex did.
So explain to me how you're coming up with like an excuse with the shit.
Who came up with an excuse?
You.
No, I came up here and I fucking owned it. Unlike all the other bitches, I want to deny.
Oh my God. Here we go. Back to middle school. Hondo, how the hell are you? God dang, long time no see. You and I keep vampire hours, and I keep old lady hours. It's nice to see you. Is it too fast, you guys? I've got all these windows open, and I'm making sure I'm going in the right way.
The only reason why you owned it is because the DMs about to come out. I just seen them.
The DMs already came out, and
yeah, but you clearly tried to get in front of it. Why didn't you own it?
Oh God, that's a little fast. Let me put it on 1.25. Shit. Oh, damn it. Full screen. All right, there we go. All right, let's try 1.25.
I didn't get in front of it. It came out before I fucking.
Did you own it when you did it?
No.
The only time you owned it is when you were about to get exposed for it.
So I got exposed for it.
No, you didn't own it when you did it.
No, I didn't own it when I did it.
Okay, you owned it when you were going to get caught. So that doesn't mean you owned it. It means that you tried to get in front of getting caught.
Dude, it was 3 years ago.
Does it matter?
Well, you still talk about what happened to your kids, and that was several years ago. I mean, God, it's so juvenile. Like, why did you even bother owning it if you're going to make all these fucking childish excuses and deflections?
It does matter.
Really?
People
Okay.
change. People change.
Oh, people change.
People change.
So
And I will absolutely give her that. That is 100% facts. People change. The older you get, the much more difficult it gets to change, and you have to have a real desire to do so. But it absolutely can be done. But you know what? Typically, when people change, you don't have to tell people you've changed. They just see it. They see it in your behavior. It's not, you don't just like get to say, I've changed.
you called CPS and what was the report
I didn't
you made?
know her
I don't even
3
remember,
years
to be
ago.
honest.
So
Oh, you don't remember the report?
I really don't remember.
Because I'm hearing the report was that you said the father was watching porn with his child.
I don't ever remember saying that.
See, there's
I don't remember saying that. Why didn't you just say, yes, I said it? Because I don't remember saying that. Well, it's not a denial, but it's a very juvenile, sounds like not the truth.
a big difference in saying I didn't say that and I don't remember saying that.
I don't believe I said that.
No,
I don't think I said something.
Now, if I don't believe I said that, like, Laura, you know exactly what you said.
It's even worse because if somebody said to me, if I said that or not,
Listen, I could have even dealt with her saying, listen, I know what I said. I know exactly what I said, but I'm not going to share it with you. I don't have to. I could have dealt with that better than this bullshit. Like, do you really think this song and dance is fooling anyone? You must not, because you came back the next day and had a slightly different tone.
I'm going to be able to say 100% if I said it or not.
Again, it was 3 years ago and I was pissed off. It was the heat of the moment.
Okay, so you're not denying that you may have possibly said that a father was
No, I don't believe I said
with his
that.
child.
I don't believe I said that. I really don't think I said that.
And then you said that I've called CPS.
Which, okay, I don't think I said that. I don't believe I said that. So does that mean that you're leaving room open for the fact that you did say that? Because that's the way I interpret that. Well, actually, I interpret it as I'm totally full of shit and I know exactly what I said, but I'm not going to tell you. Which, like I said, I would have preferred that to this.
People. Can you please give me
Can you
names?
call CPS a couple months ago?
It pisses people off because it completely insults their intelligence.
No, I did not.
I've heard otherwise.
No, I did not.
I've heard otherwise.
No, you haven't. That's the first time that I'm hearing about this. Actually, that's the first time anybody's hearing about this because my Discord's watching this too. When did I call CPS on anybody?
I don't know. Somebody said that you just called CPS a couple months ago.
God damn, if that's not some serious deflection. And I don't know if he did or not. I don't know anything about this dude, but this is looking rather desperate, like, grabbing for straws or life rings.
That never happened. It would be everywhere. Never happened.
Hold the Ray accountable? I don't know what that means.
Never happened. The only person that CPS was called on was Tina Dandridge, and that was years ago. And that was when she was on a live stream, and her son was screaming at her.
Years ago.
And her son was screaming at her on a live stream, and we had the clip saying that she was burning him with cigarettes and kicking him. So yeah, in that instance, we called CPS.
But it was years.
And that's an instance when they should be called
ago.
Because there was a fucking reason. Her child, who was underage, was saying on a live stream in the background that she was burning him with a fucking cigarette and kicking him. Yes, we called CPS. Okay. Absolutely. But did we call CPS because we were mad at somebody and make up an accusation? No.
Oh, no. That's exact. What do you mean you didn't call because you were mad? If I had a fucking $1 for every time you said I just wanted her to shut the fuck up. Well, that's not being mad. That's exactly why you called.
But we did not.
Okay.
And Tina herself even says she understands why CPS was called, and she was pissed at Albert for saying that shit on a live stream.
Okay.
So I'm still trying to understand how somehow, some way, even if it's years later, you come out and you say, yeah, I did weaponize CPS against a child, and people aren't outraged about this. Why not?
Okay, let me put this as lightly as I can. This has nothing to do with you or the community. This was between me and
I mean, I when she said I'm not accountable to you all, I agreed with her on that point. She's not. But I'm not going to co-sign this one when she says it's not about you or the community. Well, I mean, that I don't agree with.
And that's it.
It doesn't matter.
Nobody, all this fake outrage is bullshit.
It's not fake outrage.
It is fake outrage.
I can assure you, hand to God, as I am sitting in this seat, I have zero fake outrage. This deed, if this is not worthy of outrage, then what the fuck is exactly? God.
Emergency services that are used for children, that are used for children in
you know, that's always one of your mantras. Like, I get the impression, just based on listening to you, that you feel like people pick on you and hold you to a different standard. I mean, I don't, but you know, some of that is your own responsibility, because like I said, when you want to be so abrasive and I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Need situations, and you weaponize that over some fucking YouTube beef. If anybody knows what happens when somebody weaponizes CPS over fucking YouTube beef, it's me. So yeah, when I hear about that shit, I'm the first fucking one that's going to call it out. If anybody on this platform deserves to fucking call it out, it's me. If anybody knows my fucking story, I'm the one that could call it out.
Excuse me, your daughter and my daughter had the exact same CPS call.
Then why the fuck would you turn around and try to do it for somebody else?
Because I was fucking pissed. And
but if you know,
I was fucking pissed. Well, I mean, didn't she just say not a minute or two back, I didn't do it because I was mad? Oh, okay. Oh, it's because you were fucking pissed, which is more extreme than mad. Okay.
But I admit
what happened.
It was wrong. But
why would you do that?
But
and that, like, are you fucking filibustering? It's so weird. I admit I was wrong. I admit I was wrong. I admit I was wrong. Like, that was so off-putting. I don't understand this thing where people think that, like Kimberly Cheadle, just because you're asserting something, that's it, that's all. Believe me, you're wrong, I'm right. Sit the fuck down.
Admit it was wrong. And I said it was wrong.
But you know what could happen when somebody does that shit.
But I've also changed since then.
Clearly not, because you're still not telling the full fucking truth.
I am telling you.
I'm being told that your CPS call.
Shit. I don't believe that. I don't think anybody
was saying that a father was watching pornography with his child.
That wasn't my CPS call. Maybe there was another CPS call. That wasn't my CPS call.
Now we go into the realm of fucking absurdity. Unless one of your buddies called after you. I don't know. But you really want us to believe that some random person just happened to, I don't know, maybe call another time. I mean, come on. It's like, this is where I don't get it. If she had just come on and said, I did this, I'm not denying it, I wish I hadn't done it, I apologize to MM and her family, and anyone else who was hurt by this, and I'm working on myself, blah, blah, blah. But instead, it's like you get all this just absurd shit. Oh, I don't know what I said. I know I didn't say that. Oh, no, that wasn't me. Maybe somebody else called. I mean, you just chip away at any, I don't know. Like, I just kind of reminiscent of other people who've made public apologies. Oh, kind of like Zav Girl. Remember that one? Yeah. I remember saying, isn't there anybody in your life who like gives a shit about you that maybe watched your apology before you put it out in the universe because it was fucking horrible and it did you no favors? Kind of like this.
I did not say that.
So maybe there was another CPS call. Earlier you said you don't know if you said it or not.
Because I don't remember saying that. That wasn't the things I said.
How mad do you have to be? But how?
What did you say? And if you're not going to say what you said, which I get, I mean, But just come out and say that. Say, I know what I said, but I don't need to share it with you.
How mad do you have to be where you can't remember telling a CPS worker that someone was watching porn with their child?
I did not say that, though. I know who absolutely knows what allegations were leveled. That would be MM. She would know.
I'm telling you, I did not say that. Maybe there was another report. I did not say that.
Either way, it's disgusting. And the only reason why you came out with it is because you knew that the DMs were going to come out.
No. You have this confused, Isaac. You have this confused. Okay.
Right. So it's in the DM that I'm looking at. That's not true.
This was already out. This was already being outed when I decided to go live and admit it. Now,
Yeah,
I could have.
of that.
Of course. What else were you going to do? I mean, goddamn. Were you going to let them, drop the bomb? No. Anybody with, a couple brain cells would go and I'd take the reins. I would have done the same thing.
Hold on. I could have came up here and fucking denied it. Most people would have fucking denied it. I'm not denying it.
Yeah, but could you? Because in this DM, it's pretty damning. I don't think you would be able to deny it.
Come on, Isaac. This is fucking drama. Anybody would have fucking denied it.
Really? Because looking at DM says, "Oh, I thought you tried to call."
So now you're the moral compass of drama. Okay.
In her private, you said I called her once and she didn't pick up. So call me back. CPS caller. Why would she say that about you? This is a strange thing to say. You said because I called on MM 2 years ago. You and you crossed names across out, but you blank and blank are the only four that knew. So people even knew you did this shit and stayed silent about it.
I would have said it. Exactly.
So now she's going to tell them I didn't do a fucking thing to blank. I have every right to defend myself against fake bullshit. So even in the DM, you weren't owning up to it. You were saying it was fake bullshit. Is it fake bullshit now?
What are you talking about?
Is it?
Oh my God. And welcome back to, we were about 12 now. Yeah. I mean, do you see what I mean? How you fucking insult people's intelligence and that just pisses them off more. Did she really say, what are you talking about? Did you get lost somewhere? Have you not been following the conversation? I mean, I'm not having any trouble following his stream of consciousness. What are you talking about? Fucking ridiculous.
Is it fake bullshit?
God.
Is it fake? Or did you do it?
Of course I did it. I said I did it.
So then how's it fake bullshit?
We were obviously talking about something else because you just read that I said I did it. Oh, what you just read didn't make sense.
It made perfect sense. It sounds to me like you're trying to buy a little bit of time with this as you figure out where you want to go up here. What you want your response. Oh my God. What are you talking about?
Why don't you ask the people that knew why they didn't say anything since it was so.
Oh, yep. Here we go. We are in 6th grade. What about them? I mean, honestly, for someone who thinks she's, so slick, this is not slick.
You're right. No, that is a good fucking question. Absolutely. Yeah. 100%. Why did 3 other people? Yeah. No, that's a good fucking question. Why did 3 other people not come out with this shit and keep it fucking hidden? Yeah,
I don't know who any of those people are, but let me guess. You had a falling out with one of those people and they decided, fuck her. I'm going to go nuclear. Because we know there's very few people that can keep their fucking text messages or their DMs to themselves.
I'm not saying that you're the only one at fucking fault, but you're the main one at fucking fault.
Who knows?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Who knows?
Unlike them, I don't out people. I never did, and I never will. That's called integrity. I won't do it.
You don't out people. You just call CPS. Okay.
Integrity.
I won't do it.
The person who made a false CPS call.
I sure did.
Is talking about integrity.
Yep.
Ain't that some shit? Integrity.
Yep.
Huh. Interesting. Did you have integrity when you made the false CPS call because you were upset over YouTube beef?
I wasn't upset over YouTube beef. It was way bigger than that. It was way bigger than that.
No, you said you didn't get people to leave you alone.
I've already explained.
Wait a minute. Did I get lost somewhere? You have said repeatedly, I wanted her to shut the fuck up. So did I miss something somewhere? I don't know.
But you don't weaponize CPS against a child because you want people to leave you alone.
I agree with you.
There are many measures you can take. There are legal measures you can take.
I am not disagreeing with you. I am not disagreeing with you.
So stop the excuses.
I'm not making excuses.
There was no reason. I don't care how deep it goes. There was no reason to do it.
But I agree with you. I've already said this. I already said that there was no reason for me to do it. I shouldn't have done it. I already said this 10 times over.
Then drop the names.
You're not saying anything I haven't said already.
I'm confused. There was no reason for me to do this. I've already said it. I didn't do it because of YouTube beef. I did it because I just wanted her to shut the fuck up. Which is it? Because you've given 3 completely different explanations. I mean, do you see why this is worthy of review? I mean, seriously, for anybody. And if you don't think I've ever had to cop to bad behavior or doing something wrong, making a mea culpa, getting on bended knee, falling on the sword, yes, of course. It's been my experience that if you just, I don't even want to use the word own it. I'm sorry, full stop. Period. End of story. Anything beyond that, and this is where you go.
Ask MM. She's the one that outed it. Ask MM. She's the one that outed it. So ask her who the other people were.
You said they were cheering you on.
Do
you have proof that they were cheering you on?
Tell her to give. Yeah, look at all the text.
They were cheering you on. They were saying, "Go call CPS." Yay! Weaponize CPS as a
I don't
child.
care.
No, they said the bitch fucking deserved it.
Even though that's shitty.
Wow.
But
wow.
Your response.
And the bitch talks about my kids every fucking day.
And people.
I have never, ever heard her say an unkind word about your kids, Laura. And furthermore, I have never heard her say anything but that she thinks you're a good mom to your kids. I know you do not return that favor. Man, you go like full scorched earth. And you know that you'll have all your reasons for that, but oftentimes, just like I said, I'm not going to get up here and tell you you're fucking stupid, shut the fuck up, sit the fuck down. Like, I don't do things that way because that would say more about me than it would about you. And all this shit you're saying, it kind of says more about you than says about her. And I have never heard her say anything. First of all, it's very rare that I've ever heard your children even mentioned, but all I've ever heard her do is compliment them and say what great kids they seem like and how good they turned out. That's it. That's all. Can you say the same? I doubt it.
Talk about my kids every fucking day. I have somebody put my fucking 2-year-old through a fucking kit. But you know what I don't do? Retaliate with shit like that.
Laura.
Do I retaliate with some fuck shit? Oh, absolutely. But at least I do it to grown fucking adults. I'm not sitting there using CPS, which is used for children, and using that to target a family.
That's a fair fight.
Because what if they would have took your report serious?
Don't want adult.
Then what? The family goes through hell, what, because you want it to be left alone on fucking YouTube? Because you can always turn off YouTube and be left alone if it gets that bad.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's not like that.
That's the one thing that none of these
what if they would have
fucking
took your
people
report seriously? Then what?
Again, it was 3 years ago.
No, instead it's like, well, I'm going to sue you. I'm going to call CPS on you.
It was 3 years ago.
Okay, so what was it, like a blacked out rage? You said a blacked out rage, called CPS, said some fuck shit, and then immediately just forgot what the fuck you said.
I mean, I get it. I'm sure it's highly aggravating. But, sometimes the old adage, what you don't know won't hurt you, really is true.
No, I didn't immediately forget.
Nah, so I'm not buying that.
But I don't remember.
I'm not buying that. I think that you said some fuck shit like they're saying you did, and you know that.
Negative, shitty things, and I get it. It's like, so when the arrow hits its mark is when it's a personal, something that you yourself feel inadequate about. That's when the arrow hits the mark. But you know what? You don't need to show them that it hit the mark.
Even though you admitted to the CPS call, I think you know that if you admit to that report, I think you realize how bad it's going to be.
Listen to me, okay? Hear me out. This isn't your problem. This is something that was done 3 years ago. And if everyone wants to have all this outrage for something I did 3 years ago, then so be it. It was 3 years ago. I can't change it. All I can do hold on.
I mean, you insert yourself in stuff that's not your problem all the time. That's kind of what people do on YouTube, right? All I can do is
change the person that I was then, which I have. Plain and simple. There's not, I mean, you want me to get on my hands and knees and pray for forgiveness? That shit ain't gonna fucking happen. So
in your 3 years of changing, did you ever come out with this on your own?
I understand you're an atheist. But there's a lot of people who, it's just, I don't know. You seem to take every fucking opportunity you can to insult someone. Like, nobody said you need to get on your knees and pray for forgiveness. But it's like, it's just gross.
No.
Or did your feet have to be held to the fire?
No, I was never going to say anything.
Okay, so then fuck your changing. You didn't change. You didn't try to become a better person. Because if you were trying to become a better person, this would have been weighing heavy on your
but I don't owe you. But I don't owe you an explanation. You're not involved in this.
You're right. You don't owe me an explanation. But when it comes to people going after, but when it comes to people going after fucking kids, that's fucking disgusting.
Nobody speak up on it. And I give us an explanation, but you also don't get to tell us that we can't give commentary on this very public thing.
How did you not go after kids?
I didn't go after kids.
Did you swat them or did you call child protective services?
What are you talking about? You didn't go after kids. What did you think? I mean, that is a chance you shouldn't have been willing to take. I know a lot of people say the old, well, if you don't have anything to worry about, then don't worry about it. They'll just, knock on your door, look around and leave. And I heard somebody make a good point the other day. If you're a fucking normal person who just lives a regular life, it's kind of like my husband says, you have to work really hard to have a boring life. And it's true. If you don't live in fucking chaos, I have never in my life, nobody in my family has ever had CPS in their life. So, I mean, that argument that people make, it should never be done, period, end of story. And to say that you didn't hurt the child, you don't think that kid was freaked out being whatever was asked of him? I mean, my God, I'm sure it was terrifying. Fucking, it's just horrible. Hi, Bob.
Protective service, not the police. You didn't do a SWAT call. You didn't do a wellness check against an adult. You didn't do anything. You called child protective services. So yes, you zeroed in and you put a target on a kid's back. Period. Mm-hmm. Period.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter which way you're trying to fucking twist it. You didn't go after the adult. That call goes after the kid. No matter which way you put it, that caseworker has to come to the house and investigate. That caseworker has to take the child away into a different room and speak to them and ask them weird fucking questions and make them uncomfortable. That caseworker has to literally come into that family's fucking life. And they had to do that all because what? You wanted to be left alone on YouTube? You couldn't just step away? You couldn't just keep it on YouTube? You literally went to CPS. Like, I don't know.
I mean, to me, let's just call it what it is. It's kind of like extortion. I mean, I don't know what other word to call it. You weaponized CPS for a purpose other than what they're there for. And at that child's expense.
The age of the child, but that child, there's a good chance that they're going to fucking remember the day that some stranger came in with a fucking clipboard and started asking them weird ass fucking questions because somebody on the internet was upset over some YouTube shit.
I mean, I said the other day, kids,
am I wrong?
Children do not, young children don't tend to remember large parts of their, younger years. I know I don't. My son really doesn't. You definitely remember things that were very traumatic, very out of the ordinary, or, very amazing. I'm sure this will
say you were wrong, somewhere. But I can't change what I did 3 years ago.
No, you can't, but you could act like you gave a shit. You could act like you were actually fucking sorry rather than sorry you got caught.
Oh my God, you're not getting it.
No, you're not getting it.
No,
you are not getting it.
And by the way, I'm getting information as we speak. So the DM says it was 2 years ago.
2 years ago, sorry.
And that was the only CPS report that was made against this person. The only report that was made is a report saying that the father was watching porn with the child. That's the only report that was made against this family.
And maybe they didn't go with the one I called then. I don't know.
Oh, so CPS heard your...
I have no...
Oh my God. Wow. Wow.
Oh, idea.
You know what? We're gonna just
some things are probably better left unsaid.
Or maybe you should just complain and be like, you know what? I did say some disgusting fuck shit and make a false CPS report. Because half-assing it's not going to work.
I don't remember.
That's not a...
Wow. I don't remember. What? Wow. We even get like a new voice enters. Oh God.
That's not going to work for what? It's not going to work for what?
They literally are saying the only report that they received was that one. And you're admitting that you made a report against them. And they're saying that that report was made during the same time exactly that you admitted it.
Hold on. Can you prove that there wasn't another call made? No, you can't.
Actually, I'm sure.
Yeah, I know you're right. You can't prove a negative.
If fucking could, because all they got to do is contact CPS and say, hey, can you give us a copy of all reports?
Maybe the report I made is not the one that report was for. Who the fuck knows?
Okay, so what happens if they
what you don't remember what you said, so how do you know?
Contact CPS and they say, hey, can you give us a printout breakdown of every report that was made? Because that is possible. I have one, and there's only like 25 it's numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25 fucking reports because idiots from fucking YouTube, like that bitch that did what she did, making calls.
Okay, see, that's what I don't get. 25 reports made to CPS. I don't know. I guess there's two ways of thinking. I say, yeah, goodbye. I'm gone. There's not a fucking thing on this platform that could be worth that kind of aggravation. No, definitely not.
Every fucking day. So what if they call CPS and they say, give us a printout of every report made during this time, and then it comes back that there's only one? Then what?
Okay, Isaac, I'm going to say this again.
I think.
Okay.
Oh, and now she's going to be condescending as shit and talk to him like he's the one with the fucking comprehension problem. He doesn't have a comprehension problem. Neither do I. Neither do a whole lot of other people.
I'm going to say this again.
That was a simple question.
Oh,
it was 3 years ago.
Say it
2 years ago. Right, 2 years ago.
Slowly.
There is nothing that I can do to change it. You can hold my feet to the fire all day long. It's not going to change anything. I did.
Didn't you say on your stream,
hold on, let me
because they went to MM
Let me
DMs?
finish. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Okay,
I said what I said. I did what I did. There's nothing. You can hold me to the fire from now until doomsday. It's not going to change anything. It's not going to do anything. Having all this outrage is not going to do anything. It's not something I ever did again.
No. I guess that will remain to be seen.
Again, it was something I did once.
You know what? I think she's right. I don't think she's suffered for it. And I don't know if she's lost subs or not. I don't keep track. Unlike some people, I don't keep track of people's fucking money. How many? No, I don't care. So
something I did because I was pissed, and there's nothing that can change it. Nothing.
Do you know the problem that I'm seeing that entire statement that you just made?
It's your attitude. You're just so fucking cavalier. And well, she comes back the next day.
Your comment of saying I'll be outraged. You don't think people deserve to be outraged after finding this shit out?
No, but it's not their business.
Okay, so when people are watching these,
well, since you brought it all here, I mean, it kind of becomes. I mean, technically, you're right, but this is what people do here. It's what you yourself do. How much shit do you review? That's none of your business.
Cases, these child cases, the true crime, the Sebastian, the Summer Wells.
I don't cover any of them, but
I know, but the people that watch this and keep up with it and they put their 2 cents in or they talk about it, or even you, we used to react to other people and talk about other fucking YouTube drama. Okay, so you can't say it's none of their business. Well, guess what? You're on YouTube. You're speaking publicly. It's everybody's business. And what you did was on a public platform, and it was because of a beef that you had on a public platform. And now the proof has come out on a public platform that you did some disgusting, shady fucking shit.
Okay.
It's everybody's fucking business, and everybody deserves to be outraged when they find out that you weaponized child protective services against a child because you want adults to leave you alone on fucking YouTube.
Hold on. Someone said Isaac is 2 years short enough to go after someone. If so, let's drag the wrath for talking smack on you to Morty just 2 short years ago. What is that?
Oh my God. Unfucking believable. You're a child. Really, you're 12. I mean, if you don't want to talk to the dude anymore, bounce him. Just say, I'm done. I'm done talking to you about this. But instead, well, what about this and what about that? And they did this and you did that. And I heard this and I heard that. And oh my God, it's fucking infuriating.
Rachella was talking shit on me 2 years ago. She didn't know who the fuck I was. I don't know how that's being compared to this shit.
I don't know. That's what I was asking.
It was an email from 2 years ago that just came out where Rachella said some shit to Morgan DM talking shit on me, but I didn't know who the fuck she was, and who the fuck I was, and now she's in guest mom. So I don't care. I don't know how that compares to this, but people deserve to be outraged. Period. I don't think I'm not understanding how you're just not you know what? I get it. I get why you guys are pissed off. You fucking have a right to be pissed off. I did some fuck shit. That should be what you're saying. Not. It's none of your business. It's everybody's fucking business. This is fucked up. It's fucked.
Hold on, Isaac. I already said that at the very beginning.
Yeah, and
I already said what you just said in the beginning.
But hold on, but you also said in the beginning.
Yeah, but you negate that statement and any other thing you said that was, I guess, designed to try and sound like you had some contrition. You negate all of that with all this fucking immature deflection. What about this one? What about that one? What are you talking about? I mean, it's insulting.
I'm addressing this because they went to MM with the DMs.
No, that's not what I said. Did you listen to the beginning of my live?
So are you saying that there's no clip of that? I just want to make sure we're clear here.
Yeah, it's in the beginning of my live.
Are you saying that there's no audio clip of you saying I'm addressing this because they went to MM with the DMs? Are you saying there's no audio of you saying that?
I don't know. There might be.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Do you remember what you said that time or no?
I don't think I said it like that. No.
Answer. Like when you will not answer a simple fucking straightforward question with a yes or a no. Well, you look like a fucking liar.
You said, I'm addressing this because they went to MM with the DMs. So you weren't addressing this because you felt it was the right thing to do. You weren't addressing this because you've changed as a person and you want to just get it off your chest. You're addressing this because you're like, oh shit, I need to address this now, 2 years later. Okay. The people in your chat would have known the shady shit you did. The people outside of your chat would have known the shady shit you did until those DMs were sent to force you to come up here and do this.
Okay.
So there you go. So it's not like you're coming up here because you felt like, oh, this is something I need to do. I need to get this off my chest. I've changed as a person. I've worked on myself and now I'm coming clean. No, you're only doing this because they were about to out you.
They already outed me. They weren't about to. They already did.
And they were outing you.
Oh, so what? Did you have like a few minutes? I mean, you act like I've not heard anything about when it was outed, but I mean, if you're trying to make it sound like, oh, it's been out there for a while. Oh,
proof. That's why in your stream you said I'm addressing this because they went to MM with.
But again, the people that went to her had 2 years of knowing this and never said a word. But all of a sudden, after 2 years, now they feel outraged. The fuck out of here! That's what I'm calling fake outrage.
So it's fake outrage. You're saying it's fake outrage.
The people that knew about it for 2 years and didn't say anything until all of a sudden they got a bug up their ass about me. Yeah, that's fake outrage.
I mean, I don't know the circumstances of why they came forward, but she definitely can make a legitimate case for that. Yes. Damn it. All right. There's nothing more of note to listen to on that. I want the one this one that's called the anger stage. That one was from yesterday, and I was actually listening to some of that live. So I know there's another one. Oh, you know what? Maybe it was only on her channel. I do know that she came back the second day or the day after that, and she definitely someone had gotten in her ear and, you know, or she had some self-enlightenment, I don't know. But whatever the case was, she became aware that she definitely did not sound sorry, and she sounded like she was just making a shit ton of excuses and deflecting. So she did come back, and she definitely struck a different tone, a better tone, the little bit that I heard, but I didn't listen very long, so I don't know how long that went on. But we can listen to a little bit of that one. And I'm not going to play that from her channel if it's even available. Not that I think she would strike me. I don't think she would. Oh, God. I'm going to play. We'll listen. We'll just see how far. We'll see how long my sciatic nerve will cooperate. And frankly, I'm about sick and tired of talking about her. But this, okay, so this is, oh God, let me put this link down too. I'm sorry, Kool-Aid. Those two clips have been from the Kool-Aid. Here is their link. Hey, Frenchie, how you doing? All right. This was from yesterday. And like I said, I did listen to some of this live. I had a drive.
So I go to Burgundy Blue's page. It says, makeup mobster, you've gone real life and stalk women on the internet over words on the internet. You've spent hours, years hate watching and using your demented point of view for content. You don't have to watch anyone either. Okay. So I look and I see, wow, just wow, Laura, aka Grace, the troll that called my deceased mom a whore, said to Alicia she was using her dead brother for attention, and also left a few gross.
All right. I don't know about all this shit. Actually, let's get to the part. This Grace person, and here's something I will say, and I don't know if it's in this stream. Laura, I heard you say some of the most, I've heard you just say some of the most horrible things about MM and her family situation. And I don't know one damn thing except what I've heard. And I'm not going to take it from you. I'll take it from her because she would know. I don't know why you think you're in a position to know. But I have heard you say some of the most hateful, filthy things to her about her family. I've heard you say that nobody in her family liked her, nobody in her family loved her, that it was like that from the time she was a kid. What else have I heard you say? Oh, you call her a shitty mother. Is there like any fucking line you will not cross? I mean, like I would never say something like that on a public platform about another woman. I mean, those are some of the fucking lowest blows.
Comments for serendipity. By the way, she hasn't owned that part of this yet.
Now, Laura, this is where Laura's going to vindicate herself by reading, her subs, rah chats. Fuck them, Laura. You're a great person, whatever. And, that's her. Hey, that's her right to do that. But I just don't care about listening to that. I want to get to the part where.
Me because you do it every fucking day for 4 years. So stop your bullshit.
All right, let me see. Let me go back just a little bit.
Okay. B. Fergs, you are such a winner.
Oh my God. This is so fucking foul. Laura, honest to God, shame on you. For one mother to talk about another mother's loss in such a shitty, oh God. I
mean, are you proud? How old are you?
Hold on.
You know what they say about going for looks, B. Fergs. But I mean, if you want to go for looks, I could have a field day with Jaws over there. Just saying.
Wow.
The only one that looks like a fool at this point is you. And I know you don't realize.
I'm sorry. I beg to differ,
you're the one
man.
that looks like.
I beg to differ.
No one said she took screenshots of
looking like a fucking fool to go around. Okay. And I don't know. I don't know that I'd call it looking like a fool. I'd call it being fucking vindictive, vengeful, immature, petty, hateful. Yeah, I'd call it all those things. I don't know that I'd call it looking like a fool.
Discord. Yeah, they did. I mean, reading comprehension, not that hard. Please go live and make yourself look like a damn fool. Makeup mobster, I got news for you. I seriously have news for you. The only one that looks like a fool at this point is you. And I know you don't realize that, but you're the one that looks like a fool, and I'm about to show why. And we all know you don't need an excuse to talk about me because you do it every fucking day for 4 years. So stop your bullshit. Okay. B. Fergs, you are such a winner. I mean, are you proud? How old are you? You know what they say about going for looks, B. Fergs. But I mean, if you want to go for looks, I could have a field day with Jaws over there. Just saying. But yeah, this is pretty fucking sad. So this,
and all I'll say is of all the reasons for people to call you out on shit, that's I mean, it shouldn't be about that.
This is the post, and look where it came from. There's no screenshot showing this. This is Capone. And here's the original screenshot. Where's the proof that I'm Grace? Please show MM. Where is this proof? Where's this proof that I said I was Grace, you fucking liar? Here's a news flash, Leanna. A big news flash. I know it's going to come as a shock. Like, I really know it's going to come as a big shock.
Oh,
so please listen carefully, okay?
God. Yeah.
I don't even know how to say this without shocking the shit out of you. There's a lot of people that don't like you, MM. I know you can't handle that.
Back to middle school we go. I mean, I listen, there's a lot of people that don't like a lot of us. So I'll give Laura that. I'm sure there's I'm sure you've probably got a whole chat full of people that don't like me as of today. I mean, they might not have liked me yesterday, but something tells me there's going to be a lot that definitely don't like me after today. I'm okay with that.
There's a lot of people that don't like you or Alicia. I am not you. And I don't like you.
And there's a lot of people that don't care for you. And, I don't know all the reasons for that, but I can tell you some of those reasons, just my own. You're very off-putting. You're aggressive. You're abrasive. Yeah. And I don't need to keep flogging that to death.
I don't watch you. I don't listen to you.
But you do, clearly. I mean, goddamn, like you don't watch Queen Bee.
I don't watch Alicia. I don't listen to Alicia.
I don't know.
I haven't watched you in a long ass fucking time, with the exception of a here and there once in a blue moon. Okay? So this nonsense of, Laura's this one, Laura's that one, Laura's this. No, I am not trolling you. I don't like.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I've heard you say before that you troll. And like I said, you made that very odd statement to me about you were not in my chat trolling. Like I said, it never, you were, of all the people that I thought were in there stirring up shit under, troll accounts, you never came to mind. I don't know why you put yourself there.
You, and I don't watch you. Plain and simple.
I know it's you have not a lot of fucking hatred for QB. So I don't know. And now know what I know about, how you treat people, or me. We won't say people, me. You definitely were nowhere near as kind to me as I was to you. And hey, easy come, easy go. But it does make me wonder, like, since you brought it up and there was a lot of hateful, nasty, terrible shit being said to QB, we know you definitely are at the head of that hate train. And now looking back in hindsight, knowing what I know, do I think you would come in my live and do that? Abso-fucking-lutely. Yes. I can say in hindsight, if you'd asked me that when you sent me the text message, no. And I could go back and read it. I could show it. I fucking don't care enough. But at that point, I was like, well, no, why would I think it was you? Now, yeah, I could see that.
That fucking hard to understand. And I'm truly sorry that you don't understand.
Monster has shown at least once that I remember busting you out on a troll account that you forgot to log out of. Listen, I don't troll. I got enough shit I need to get done in my life. I waste enough time on here being me. I don't have time to troll. But whatever it was, it showed that it was you. That particular instance I'm talking about, not this one. So I guess anything.
And please don't tell me what I should and shouldn't do when you bring someone to a point that you want to take no accountability for. You are disgusting. Absolutely fucking disgusting.
I beg to differ. I absolutely heard her say, I guess it was yesterday, that she 100% understands why you are angry with her and why you would be angry with her. That's what I heard her say.
Which is why I started ignoring you 3 fucking years ago. Trying to act like, you should do this. When someone, here's a newsflash, Leanna. When somebody gets to you so much.
You are the queen of, I don't watch this one, but yesterday I heard her say, I mean, it's like a joke. You say that about, I don't know, every day.
Much that you have to talk about them every single day. Go get help. Literally go get help. Because I
could say the same to you. Go get help. If you're willing to put a child voluntarily in harm's way, and yes, I'm sorry, I'm calling CPS harm's way. I mean, for a child that's got I'm sure there are kids who, CPS is possibly, better than what they're in. But her child, absolutely not. You did put that kid in harm's way.
Or the one that needs the help when you can't shut the fuck up. Oh, they Burgundy 150 fucking %. Literally 150 fucking %. They just keep moving the goalposts because it's me. If it was anybody else, it would be perfectly fine. But because it's me, they could just lie. I mean, think about it. How many fucking trolls have I been blamed for?
How many times have you been caught?
Every single person that goes after Leanna, past, present, or future, is me. No, Leanna, I am not trolling you. I do not troll you. I was never some fucking Grace account. Stop the fucking lies. Please, I mean, think about it. How many fucking accounts has she blamed me for? Not one of them has been me. Not one.
Really? Stop.
Fucking tired of this. Again. So let me give Tawanda an apology because I thought that was Tawanda. So sorry, Tawanda. I'm telling you, I almost fucking wigged the fuck out on Tawanda. Like I was ready to text her and wig out.
No.
Thank God I didn't. Thank God you told me that. Whew. But yeah, no, I'm not some Grace account. I never admitted to being some Grace account.
Oh, can we get
past? And I probably did. Capone is probably right, though. I probably did post those screenshots of those trolls, the ones that were threatening her after it happened and was acting all shocked. Of course I was, because it wasn't me. Where's the screenshots proving that it's me beyond a reasonable doubt? I'll wait.
Oh, damn. Beyond a reasonable doubt. Oh, God. We need to go to YouTube court.
Because I'll show you what is shown. It doesn't even fucking sound like me. Hold on.
Well, I mean, I hate to
Laura's
point
so
out
evil.
I hate to point out the obvious here, but I'm going.
Laura,
wouldn't that be if you're a good troll, wouldn't that be the whole idea? Well, Hondo's in the chat. He's a big troll. Hondo, are you still here? Hey, Ange. Hi, Lost Mother of One. Hi, CS. Would that not be the goal of trolling to not sound like yourself so that you don't get busted out as yourself as being a troll? I mean, I'm sure some trolls, like, they don't care. They want you to know it's them, but I don't know. I would think if you're trying to do it on the down low, like I guess Laura's trying to insinuate here, well, that would be the whole point. You wouldn't want to sound like you're
so this blah blah. What?
See you guys. Okay, sorry, you have to look at my menu. We're gonna have to. My phone was fucking.
Hold on. All right. YouTube needs to shut that channel down. Blah blah blah. She deserves her repercussions.
YouTube doesn't
shut the fuck up.
Give the hell. They don't care about half the fucking grimy shit that goes on the platform. Never mind what goes on.
Guys that have known me for a long time, please tell me if this sounds like me. Okay. I know you. I know where you live. Bahaha. Oh no, someone else wrote that. Bahaha.
Like,
I corrected it. Colombian necktie.
Oh God, this isn't what.
And Jesse is alone with a face. Right on, girl. Fly away home. Your house is on fire. Does this even fucking sound?
That's just fucking dumb.
Fucking ridiculous. Absolutely fucking ridiculous.
Stated previous, Your Honor.
Like, if anyone can show me where I ever sounded anything like that in any capacity, I'll wait.
Okay. Keep waiting. I
have never in all my years trolling used this font either.
Oh my God. It's the fucking StreamYard font. And you just admitted it.
And the emojis and shit. And this is not me.
So you're telling me in all your years trolling that you speak just as yourself as you always do. You don't try and, I mean, the one time that I did it, you know why I wasn't a good troll? Because unfortunately, I'm highly literate, and I love punctuation. And I just couldn't, and I know how to spell, and my grammar and usage is really good. So I just had a really hard time trying to not sound like myself. In fact, well, never mind. I've made a joke in the past about, being cloned. First of all, I'm not important enough to clone. Nobody's going to fucking clone me. But, if I got to be world famous like Betty, well, much like American Express, being highly literate has its rewards, because there's a lot of people who, those things that I enjoy about the English language, I'll just diplomatically say, probably don't. So it would be, it's my little literacy security blanket. I don't worry too much about being cloned. Number one, because I'm not important enough. And number two, because I just, I was not successful being a troll, trying to dumb it down. I couldn't do it.
Laura CBS caller is an obsessed stalker in denial. How is that not a problem? You people are crazy.
That's
very true.
Sound and read like she's illiterate.
But here's the thing: if I'm such a real lifer, then why don't you shut the fuck up? If I'm so horrible, then shut the fuck up. But they still can't. That's the scary part. They still can't.
I mean,
and when?
Because for some people like me with Betty, the more horrible she gets, well, the more people like to review her. I know I do. The more unhinged she acts, the more I like to review her. I mean,
in all my years of trolling, being on the internet, when have you ever heard me say something like, and Jesse is alone?
What? Well, let's just substitute a different name, like Susie. In all your life on the internet, you've never said Susie's alone. I mean, what? I don't. What the fuck are you trying to say? I don't get it. Wouldn't like, what does that even mean? I don't know what that means. In all my years of trolling and on the internet, have you ever heard me say Susie is alone? Like, that's that's just a real, like, bland, innocuous statement. I don't. What is your point? You're protesting a little. Macbeth, the lady doth protesteth a little too much. And I'm not saying,
or Colombian necktie. What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know enough about any of this to say anything like.
I don't even know what a Colombian necktie is.
Apparently,
unless it's like some secret code.
It is.
All right, let me straighten this out right now. Okay,
please do.
There's two reasons that I know there's absolutely no charges could be filed, and I'll tell you why. One, there's a statute of limitations. Two,
it's called a statute, not a statue.
And this happened 3 years ago. The statute of limitations in New York.
It is not a statute of limitations. She does correct herself in a minute, but it's fun to, just point that out.
New York is 1 year. But here's the other thing.
I have no clue about any of that.
If filed charges, if there was no statute of limitations, if she could, the reason why she wouldn't, because then she wouldn't be able to talk about me anymore.
Why do you think that? Why do you think that? And we're not going to get to it here. I don't think it's in this clip, but at some point in this, she says that when apparently she's going to see her friend in New York in a couple weeks. She says that when she gets there, she's filing charges. And then will not be able to talk about her anymore. What exactly, first of all, I need to know what exactly is it you're going to file charges on? Do you think you're going to show a cop her talking about, like, even if you held up your phone and every single day, 365 days of the year, she has your name in the title and she's talking about you? What exactly do you think they're going to do? What is the charge that you think? I mean, I hear you call it stalking all the time. Well, then you should take it up with YouTube, because they don't have a problem with this being done on their platform. Scam likely. I just don't know what, unless, I guess it's possible she could be talking about something I have no idea what she's talking about. But if it's just her reviewing you 3-4 days a week when she goes live, it's not against the law. And they are not going to make her stop talking about you unless there's something I don't know about.
And she can't not talk about me. That's why. That's why she wouldn't do it. That's why she won't go to the police. That's why she won't file anything, because then she wouldn't be able to talk about me. That is how obsessed she is. She can't.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. I don't know anything about statute of limitations. I don't care enough to look. None of this pertains to me. But just all things here, what I know about, let's say if the statute of limitation, because I heard MM say there is no statute of limitations. You say it's 1 year. I don't know what the truth is. Let's just say that's not an issue. That the statute of limitations theory, there is none or it hasn't run, whatever. Let's just go with that scenario first. If that were the case, it seems to me that you have admitted on a live stream that you committed a crime. I mean, my understanding is that it's a crime to make a false report. Now, if there is no if the statute of limitations has run, then obviously there's not going to be anything that can be done. But if she is correct, what we know what she could cause you a problem with. What exactly are you going to get her for? Because I don't, YouTube doesn't call this stalking. So
stop talking about me, even if it meant getting me in trouble, going to the police, something. That is how fucking obsessed she is. And that's a sick thing with her and all her little groupies.
Well, I tell you what, I've seen some I've seen some you've got some groupies in your chat too. So I mean, come on. Everybody's got people who support them that are going to rah-rah them. And they're not all just, of course, there are some, everybody gets some that are blindly going to, whatever you say, okay, it's going to be fine. Whatever you say or do is going to be fine. I can assure you I'm not that person. So I promise you, not everybody is just a groupie. Oh, damn this mouse. There's like this tiny delay. Come on. There we go.
Exactly, Burgundy. She is far from innocent. But she sees the views. She sees a lot of stuff. And she's like, woohoo, let me continue.
As if you don't fucking do the same thing. And she's been vindicated, okay? She said she's always thought you had a hand in this. And now she's been vindicated. And I think you're probably enjoying the views too. And how's the money? Are you getting some, sympathy super chats and shit? Listen, this shit's good for business, okay? For everybody. So, come on.
But all these things that this Grace person, I've never even fucking said. It's not me. It doesn't even sound like me. It doesn't even have my personality. Nothing.
Oh, yeah, because Laura only trolls with her own personality because she wants to defeat the whole purpose of trolling, I guess. Okay.
She's fucking psycho. Absolutely fucking psycho.
Well, I'm sure there's people who would say that about you.
And I didn't say stuff about Chris Watts. I'm sorry, about Serendipity. Sarah's long gone.
What any of that is.
Did I talk shit about her? Absolutely fucking did. She talked shit about me too. And what's your point?
Okay, that's enough. We're not going to get anything in the last minute that's super enlightening. Oh my goodness. So I'm back in the chat. Damn it. This mouse is pissing me off. What's going on with this thing? Oh. Hey, QB. How are you? Damn this mouse. Hello, Lolly. How are you? I think that name's new. Hi, Firefly. How you doing? Hi, Pugs. Gretchen the Great. Oh, no. Not the tongue. Not the fake tongue thing. Oh. That's interesting. Oh, Hondo. You are here. I need to ask you. Did you answer my question? When you troll, is the goal to be recognized as yourself, or is the goal to not be recognized as yourself? I think I know the answer. Oh, God. Hi, Georgia. Damn it. Well, how long have we been in here? Oh, 3 hours. Well, you guys, I like seriously that. Hey, Muffin Mouse, how are you? That. Hi, Glenda. I'm totally wiped out. Jesus Christ is God. Repent your sins, believe in Jesus Christ for salvation, and become a new person in this life. Well, you know what? That's a good. Hey, we should all strive to be better in this life. I do not take issue with that. I'm just reading some of the chat. Oh my God, you guys, my eyes feel like they're getting ready to cross. Hold on, I'm going to go back down. Okay, well, yeah, I'm spent. I feel like I need a cigarette after that. I don't even smoke. Hey, Patty, how are you? Oh, well, tomorrow's Saturday, and I want to do the latest. Betty filing. So as soon as I get that, and I have time to, just go through it, skim it. Although I got to say, she's damn, Betty. Hey, True. Oh God, hey, True Texan. I haven't seen you in an age. How are you? Hey, London girl. I just lost my whole train of thought. What was? Oh yeah. In the meantime, until I get to look at that, Betty's latest round of bullshit. Let's go over. Let me see here. I can't do it now because I'm just the backyard. What did I call it? The ghetto fabulous ramblings. Ghetto fabulous ramblings from the back nine. Oh my God, is that dog still alive? I hope. Is Betty managed to keep it alive and well? I would not give that bitch a damn cactus. Who thought she needed something with a pulse? Oh my God. It's like, what did that little dog ever do to you? What's that little dog's name? Hey, France. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet of you. Hi, Kodo. Hey, you know what they say? Better late than never. Oh, God. I can do it tomorrow. Hold on. Oh, damn. Y'all hear that? The Angels are bowling. That's what my mom used to tell me. Everybody's mom used to tell them that. I know. My dog that I'm neglecting is down here. He's like, bitch, this is the third time I've come in here. When are you going to take my ass out? Especially, we're getting ready to have a storm. Although in Florida, that just because it's thundering, that doesn't really mean anything. Can you all hear it? I think I can do Betty tomorrow. I'm going to need to get a good night's sleep tonight to recover from the mental exhaustion of friggin' listening to all this bullshit today. Ooh. It's really thundering. And you know what's crazy? Sun's shining bright. Yeah, it could start. I've seen it where it rains in my front yard, but not in my own. I have my own back 9. I just don't have tarps laying over it. Betty. Yes, I'm going to finish listening to Burnt Toast. Because wowzer. I heard about, let's see, I'll tell you exactly how much I've heard. Betty, my God. I mean, I promise you, they make medication for what you appear to be suffering. I mean, every time I think all right, it's 2 hours. Oh, she's at 3.5 hours and I'm at 2. 1 hour and 50 minutes. So I'm going to finish it. And, I got another Temu haul, you guys. And this time, my pictures came and they look great, or they're going to look great once I put them on, get them matted and framed. But all the other shit I ordered that I don't need, I ordered 35 items. It was 100 and, it was fucking cheap. $120 maybe. I don't know. But a lot of it's going back, lots of it's going back. A bunch of jewelry. I love junk jewelry. I did get these earrings. These are really cute and they're, they're pretty substantial. But a lot of the other stuff I got, I'm like, oh my God, that shit doesn't look anything like the picture. They're so good though. They'll take anything back. And not only that, sometimes you don't even have to, sometimes they'll offer you a reduced refund, but you don't have to send any of the shit back. You just keep it or throw it in the garbage. We'll see. I think out of 35 items, I'm probably returning 20 at least. So we shall see. Oh, thanks, London girl. Are you talking about my lipstick? This is Jeffree Star Cult of Roses. Look, you want to see how indecisive I was this morning? Not just with my clothes. Let's see how many lipsticks I brought in here. And when I tell you I've tried every single one of these on, I'm not kidding. And look, I brought backup paper towels because this needs paper towels. Kleenex is not sufficient. Okay. Just, backups. I brought 3 more Jeffree Stars. A Tom Ford. And this NYX, I always use this NYX liner. You can use it as anything, lipstick, whatever, but I always line with this. But yeah, so 6 lipsticks this morning. And I think this is still, is this only one? I think it's, yeah, I think I wiped everything off and just ended with the one I just put on. However, my lips were stained from, 1, 2, they're all pink, but silly rabbits. Oh, what's this one called? Yeah, I like this one. I don't know why I haven't worn this one much. Oh God, I put a lipstick on the other day. Now, this is how you know you have too many damn lipsticks. Oh, it was rancid. And of course, what do I keep? I'm like, well, why would I stop at the bottom lip? I mean, why not just, we got to finish, even though it smells like straight off ass. Yeah. What the hell? Yep. Well, kids, it's going to rain, and now it's starting to get dark, and I do need to take the dog out because he has been waiting, probably 4 hours. Oh, God. I took him out about an hour. Yes, never too many lipsticks. That's what I say. Don't tell my husband that. Hey, Rowena, how are you? Oh my God, my husband. It's always some variation of this. Do you actually wear all that shit? How many lipsticks do you need? A lot. Thank you very much. All right, kids. I got to get the dog out before it starts raining. Otherwise, I'm going to break the mop out. So I'm going to try and get in here tomorrow, and we will clown on Betty in either the ghetto fabulous backyard ramblings from the back nine, or possibly her, if I can get her latest the ramblings of a very special person. All right, kids. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I hope I'll see you tomorrow. If not, y'all have a great Friday night. Be safe, and until we meet again, thank you, mods. I appreciate you. Bye, pussycats.